Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
Who are you Blues fan?
What are you wearing?
A Canadian tuxedo.
Canadian.
I'm a hockey player. Let's go Blues.
Who are you Blues fan? We're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
Presented by Scott Credit Union.
Your Blue Note fan report. It does not get any bigger than this in the regular season. Absolutely not. This is your season. You have to win this game. Plain and simple. You have to win this game. Right? All this that you've been playing is to here. Your season rests right here. You are 4 points back. You lose this game, you're 6 point backs. You're not going to make the play. You're not going to hit that 95-point total. You have to win tonight. Plain and simple. Nothing else. Nothing else. But winning tonight. You have to win tonight. Okay, what do we got here? Jason Nichols saying, what's up? Playoff elimination game tonight, boys and girls. Absolutely true. What's up? Kevin says we need to win this tonight. Yes, we do. He says the Blues will face off against the Vegas Golden Knights tonight at 7 p.m. Central. The game is ultra important for the Blues to make it in the playoffs, having played one more game, but still 4 points behind them in the standings. The Blues 79 with Vegas with 83. A win in regular season with 2 points, which means that they will still have two more in regulation than the have to lose two more in regulation than the Blues win. And that's a good point. Yep. Martin reminds me of Fluffy. Martin. That game was wild. Yes, it was. Jekyll or Hyde going to show up? You know what? I think they both show up tonight. I honestly do. Matt Lowe, who hates me, saying, let's go Blues. What's up, guy? I know you hate me, Matt Lowe. Thank you, but welcome to the show. You know what? I want everybody to do something today. Instead of liking the show, I'd like you to put a laughing face. That's all I'm going to say. I want a laughing face today. I'm asking for laughing faces. Forget 95 points, you put Vegas out of reach. But that's the goal. 95 is the goal. I think that's the number. Whichever team gets there is going to be in the playoffs. So if that's what you got to look at. I'm not looking at anything else but that number, but this is the team there. Thank you, Kevin. I know, Matt Lowe. I'm making a joke. I really am. I'm making a joke. Hopefully you can take one. You know, I know there's times that I don't take them very well. I admit that. But Tad Dieterman, Guido, Jason Nichols, thank you. Put the joking, the laughing face up, man. That would make me happy today. And I'm not going to say why. Personal thing. What do we got here? Oh, we got people actually watching the show today. Let's see how much fun it is. All right. Got a question for you. I'm going to read two player stats. I want you to tell me which player you would rather have. Their salaries are very close. If you know who the player is, don't say anything. I just want to know, based on these stats, which player you would rather have. Right? Player A, has played 71 games, has 23 goals, 34 assists for 57 points, is a -1, has 32 penalty minutes, has 13 even strength goals. 13 even strength goals. I got to move the point. I got to move this down a little bit so I can see. 39 even strength points. Power play point. Screw it. It's too hard for me. I think he's got 10 power play goals and 18 power play points, somewhere along there. 17.52 minutes per game. Player B, 71 games, 25 goals, 31 assists, 56 points, -9, 22 penalty minutes, 20 even strength points, 20 even strength goals, 40 even strength points, 5 power play goals, 16 power play points, and 18 minutes and 19 seconds of ice time. Of those two players, who would you rather have? Teams DJ, and that's the rally song after wins. I think it should be played after losses also. Technically, you can get 95 with the loss, but you put Vegas up 6 points with 11 games left. Very true, but I don't think. I still think 95 is it, Shock. I do. I think that I don't think it's going to hit 98 or 100. And those numbers are out of range, right? I just think with what the schedule Vegas has left and the schedule that everybody has left, that's the number that I'm going to put it at. Aaron, I said don't guess the players, and you go and do it, and it's not the players. Damn, Jason, sometimes you're as hard-headed as I am, buddy. Yes, I did see the story about Layla. I did see it. I know her dad. I mean, I don't want to say I know him well, but we converse back and forth. So I do know him. And I knew about it. I knew what was going on. So yes. I didn't hear you. I said, if you know the player, who the players are, don't say it. I just want to know of those two players, which would you rather have? Right? Which would you rather have? 23 goals, 34 assists, 57 points, -1, 17 minutes, 52 seconds a game. Or 25 goals, 31 assists, 56 points, -9, 18 minutes, 19 seconds a game. Of those two, who would you rather have? Right? If it's I'm not saying what team they're on, period, Jason. I'm just asking, based on the numbers, which player would you rather have? The team, what team they're on, doesn't matter. Based on the numbers, the team doesn't matter. Hey, Ryan! I'm trying to make a point, Jason. You're missing. I fucked this up. I messed it up. Oh, well. That's Guy for you. I fuck everything up. Oh, by the way, just to let you know, I will probably not be doing weekend games anymore. I've decided that I need to focus on driving Lyft/Uber, or I need to probably player A a bit better. Player A bit player, but player B is better 5v5. Yeah, he is. He's better on the power play too. Player B has 18 or 16 power play points, and no, they're close. All right, Player A has 10 power play goals and 21 power play points. Right? Player B has let me make sure I get that right. Okay, no, I got that wrong. Player A has 10 power play goals and 18 power play points. Player B has 5 power play goals and 16 power play points. They don't take the penalty minutes. There, say that's a good point. Player B has 22 penalty minutes. The other one has 32 penalty minutes. Player A, I want to double check this. Player A makes, and this is no joke here, $7.875 million per year. That's his AAV. Player B makes 8.125. Player A is DeBrincat, Alex DeBrincat. Player B is Jordan Kyrou. For everyone that thinks that $8 million for Kyrou is too much, you need to go look. It's really not. Not in my eyes. All right? Okay. Oh, nobody else listened to me. That's fine. I don't care whether people listen or not today. I really don't. All right? I had a good weekend. Chris Shockey, you listen to instructions. Thank you. You know what? If I'm narcissistic, I'm narcissistic. If I'm a jackass, I'm a jackass. If I'm toxic, I'm toxic. I no longer give a fuck. I really don't. I honestly don't. I'm just here for me. That's it. I write for me. I do this for me. If you watch, you watch. If you don't, you don't. Don't give a fuck anymore. This weekend, really, I've done Uber before, and Uber seemed very, like I had to really, like I was on alert all the time. I got to worry about my numbers. I got to worry about this. I got to worry about that. I did. Lyft offered me a bonus over the weekend. I had the Thursday to make it, and I decided this weekend I was going to get that bonus. And I went and I drove Lyft. I did about 18 hours and 46 rides. Got my bonus at 40 rides, and was relaxed, was comfortable. Right? Talked to a lot of decent people. Had a couple had a Karen and a Karen Jr. in the car. That was fun. Just enjoyed myself. And you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do the show as much as I did before. On weekends, I'm going to do Uber or Lyft. I'm going to do the ride sharing. So this Saturday, I will not be on. I will do Thursday's game. But for the most part, I'm going to do that stuff. I'm going to make the money I need to make. I want to come home. I want to spend 4 to 6 weeks in St. Louis in September, October time frame. But I can't do that. I can't do that unless I put money in the bank. And that's what I need to do. So that's where I'm going to be. Like the Kraken. He's always been released to use his skill, but his head is so messed up, right? His head is messed up. And that had a lot to do with it. Right? And today, now Bannister figured it out. Bannister got him out of his head and told him, hey, go do your game. Go play your game. Go have fun out there. And he did. All right? Neighbors is settling in very, very nicely. He's going to be a star in this league. I don't think he'll be a superstar, but he will be a star in this league. Dean and Bolduc are struggling. Well, Bolduc mainly. Dean's only had one game, only had 8 minutes of time. They're talking about possibly going 11-7 today, and I think that's a mistake. Well, I can't play it here, so if you win, maybe float some of that my way to help me get where I need to go in life. But if you don't, that's fine too. All right. 7 of the final 11 are home. You got to win them at home. All right. Vegas is 38, 25, and 7 for 83 points. The Blues are 38, 30, and 3 for 79 points. On the road, Vegas is 15, 14, and 5, and they were. Oh, excuse me. They don't have Pietrangelo today. He is sick and out. I don't think he's listed on their. No, he's not on their list. He's just day to day. Blues at home are 21, 12, and 1. Team game 72 for us, 71 for them. They got a game in hand. Bennington, 25, 19, and 3, 285, 912. I love those numbers. I love those numbers. Those, he's close. He's close. Hey, Ricky. Thank you, Ricky. Yeah, yeah. No gambling here. And that's Vegas. Vegas is considered the ninth island of Hawaii, and because of that, anytime that we go to try and legalize gambling here, the Christian right and the Vegas elite get involved and pump enough money that it fails. So thank you, Gary. I appreciate that. No, you cannot play any. You have to be in a state that allows it, and to play those, you have to go to a machine. You can't just go online. Oh yeah, and it continues in the groups, and I seen it in a post today. I don't want to talk about this. I told myself I wasn't going to talk about this because I don't want to bring because someone's waging a personal attack against me, and I don't want to bring it in. But I mean, I still got to talk about Kairu, so I'm kind of at a catch-22 here, right? Kairu's got 6 points in 2 games, right? Saad's figuring it out too. Saad's coming back from sophomore slump, second season slump with us. I mean, he could really, really help us next season, right? Matt Lowe, thank you for being a moderator on YouTube. I appreciate that. I really do. I gotta make sure I shift. So I have the pregame on center ice, but the game is on NHL Network, so I'll shift to that. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. Yep, I'll agree with that. You've got to play your game. I got to get some air in here, man. I'm burning up. Sorry, guys. Oh, wow. Man, I all of a sudden don't feel good. Okay, I'm back. I guess I kicked myself out of the studio. Didn't mean to do that. Blues are on a 2-game winning streak. So are the Knights. Their next game's against Nashville. That's a big game for them. That's almost as big of a game as this one is. Our next game's against Calgary on Thursday. A couple days off. Last 5, we are 4-1-0. They are 3-2-0. Last 10, we are 6-4-0. They are 5-5-0. This is going to be a goaltender battle tonight. The goaltender that has the best game is going to win this. Plain and simple. Best goaltender wins tonight's game. Right? And that's not being facetious there. right? That's not being facetious at all. That's being straight on honest. Hey, Lance, man, that's being straight on honest. I think that the goaltender that has the better game tonight, that keeps more, that makes the saves you're not supposed to make, more of those, is going to win the game. Because that's what I think is going to come down to. I think it's going to come down to goaltending. 5-game home winning streak, not a 5-game winning streak. We just lost the game not too long ago, right? We lost to, we're not on a 5-game winning streak. I know that. We lost 2 games ago. Who did we lose to? Hold on. The Maryland Heights Regional. That's my hometown, so that sounds weird. We lost to the Avalanche 2 games ago. 4-3. Right? And that was a home game. So we have a 2-game we have a 2-game winning streak. They snapped our home winning streak. We had a pretty good home winning streak and it got snapped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had a 6-game home winning streak and it got snapped by the Avalanche. So, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 11 games left. Right? And like I said, we've got 79 points. All right, is that right? 79? And I'm just having a hard time. 79 points. I say 95, which is 16 points, 8 wins. 8 out of 11. 8 out of 11. You win 8 out of 11, you got a chance. I think you got a chance, especially with this game. This is a big one. This takes a big hunk out of that and keeps that 95 in sight. In the first period, the Vegas Golden Knights have scored 59 goals and given up 62, meaning they are -3. The Blues have scored 62 and given up 72, -10. Cannot be -10 tonight. Gotta get on board first. Got to win the first. Absolutely have to win the first. Force the Knights into a defensive posture, or not a defensive posture, high-end offensive posture early. That's how you're going to do this. Power play, Blues are 21st. They've gotten a little better. Or, pardon me, Blues are 25th. The Knights are 21st. Penalty kill, we're 19th, they're 13th. We are one of the best teams. We are second in the NHL with a 7-minute per game penalty average. Vegas, 7.4. They're third. So don't expect a lot. This is going to be 5-on-5 tonight. And 5-on-5, this is our trouble, right? 5-on-5, Vegas is plus 14. The Blues are -17. No, that's not right. -18. Blues are -18, 5-on-5. You got to win 5-on-5 tonight. You got to stay out of the box. The Nick Leddy 1000. Oh, that's cool. I like that. That's kind of funky, but they're going to celebrate that tonight. Congratulations to him. Aaron says, hopefully we beat Vegas tonight. That will put them in a slump and we can get ahead of them. Possible. You got to win. Plain and simple. Got to win. Letty getting a silver stick tonight. if there's 10 82-game seasons and you play every game, that's only 820 games. All right, so for him to get it in 13 years, that's pretty impressive, right? Especially with some of the shorter seasons that were in there. Aaron, how you doing, buddy? The other Aaron. I got a couple Aarons. I got that Aaron and this Aaron. Hey, 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 hey. Don't forget, give me the laughing face today. I want the laughing face. I'd appreciate it. David AC, Lance Scott, Tad Dieterman, Aaron Coulter, Chris Shockey, Ashley Jones, Gary Tackett, Jason Nichols, Thomas Moville, and a few others. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much. Ricky Poole, Gary Tackett, Aaron Coulter. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I really, really do. All right. Thank you, Aaron. I'm trying, bud. I'm trying. So Stone is out, Hurdle is out, Petrangelo is out, and Aiden Hill is out. Aiden's done on the road trip. Petrangelo. Oh, Aiden Hill is out. Ooh, that might give us a little bit of either got Logan Thompson. I think it's going to be Logan Thompson. So he's 19, 12, and 5 with a 277 and a 905. Put shots on him. Put shots on him. Thank you, Russ. Thank you, Russ. I appreciate it. Blues and Golden Knights coming up. I got to see the first ever Blues Golden Knights game in Vegas. It was an absolute, just amazing experience. Blues lost in overtime, but it was still a hell of an experience. One of the best experiences of my life going to that game. Need to go to more games. I put out my story, my story, and nobody read it. 2 people read it, and I only think one of them's here. The other one isn't, but only 2 people read it. Come on, guys. Let me see if I can. Hold on a sec. I made some changes to the show a couple days ago and screwed some things up, which is, I mean, that's absolutely normal for me. Absolutely normal for me to mess things up. Haven't you figured that out yet? There we go. I did my own ha 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 ha. Kyrie, we've been talking about Kyrie. Aaron, I guess you missed it. Let's see here. I'm trying. I don't know, man. Here we go. Found it. Found it. So if you go to my Facebook page, Guy Bensing, right? Look on my Facebook page, and you will see this post right here. Now, I made it bigger. You should only see like the first top of it, right? You're only going to see like up to right here, or maybe the right here. You're going to see part of it, but you can read it here. And then I wish I could change this title. I can't. It's something that was put in there by somebody else. So here it is. Go in, click on that link right there. I want to see who else liked it. Oh, Gary Tackett did. Thank you, Gary. I didn't see that before, but thank you. Maybe you just did. I don't know. But click right there. And if you click on that, look here. You get to see the story. It's read only. You can just read it. I mean, I get to edit it because it's mine. But go ahead, check it out, man. It's only 8 pages. It's 10 minutes. 10 minutes of your time, and then tell me what you think. Right? I put a lot of energy and effort into it. I'm really happy with it, and I'd love for more people to read it. I really would. So if you get a chance, go out there and read it. I would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate that. All right? All right, Tammy, welcome back. I wish we would have won that last game in a regulation, but you know what? It is what it is. We got in there, we got our points, and that's what's important. I'm doing. Quest for the 16W. I don't think anybody's clinched a playoff spot. Can you believe that? We're almost at we're within 11 games, and nobody's clinched a playoff spot yet. That's pretty cool. I don't think, and yeah, no one's clinched a playoff spot yet. Right? Vegas is right there with Los Angeles, and they both have a game in hand on us. So we'll see, man. Let's see what happens. I just want us to play good hockey. And the other thing, the fact that we're 8 games above 500, that's nice, man. 8 games above 500. Haven't been there for a while. Hi, David! But you got Calgary next, and you can't take your foot off the gas with Calgary. And then the Sharks behind that. So those very winnable games, you've got to go out there and, you know what? It's playoff mode. It's playoff mode. You got to go out there and play like it's the playoffs. Tammy Franke, Russ Tidland, Pam Anderson. Oh, thank you, Pam. Aaron Nevels, David A.C., Lance Scott, Tad Dieterman, and so many others. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Oh, I'm coming up with a new possible parody song. You should hear how they talk about you. You should hear what they say. Hey. You should hear how they talk about you. You should hear what they say. They say you're a narcissist who doesn't know his shit. They say you're a weak little man who should just call it quits. They should. Yeah, fuck that up, but maybe you get a laugh. I don't know. If they have the same gameplay the last game, it will be a great game to watch, and most likely win. Actually, if they play the same way they played the last game with those defensive slumps, they're going to lose. They have got to cover those. Barbie's home. Barbie's home. Barbie's home. I don't know. Has Barbie played against the Blues before? I don't think he has. Yeah, well, he has, but I don't think he's played against them at home before. I don't know if this is nope. He's been back in December. They came in December, so he's been here before. Blues lost 6-3. Can't do that again. We beat them on December 4th in their building. That's right. We had a home and home. One in their building, lost in ours. We can't lose in ours again. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Eichel's got 3 points against us. Can't let Eichel have those 3 points tonight. Kairu, Pareko, and Thomas all have 2 points against them. Got to be better tonight. Got to get pucks on that. Pucks on that. Blues have been so the Blues last couple of games, they've been so much better at getting pucks to the net. They're either getting blocked or on net. They're not missing a lot of shots, and that's cool. That's what they need. Nick Leddy getting a silver stick tonight. Congratulations, Nick Leddy. 1,000 games in the NHL played. And he played his 1,000th in his hometown. That's cool. They drafted him and traded him. Then he said, okay, I'll go win a cup and then come back and play my 1,000th game in your building. And we'll win that night. Woohoo! Did you have the most St. Louis day ever? Certified St. Louis. Am I certified St. Louis? Would you certify me St. Louis? I hope so. I have a problem with him saying something certified St. Louis. I don't get it. I've never had a Steve's hot dog. I gotta do that when I come home. I gotta absolutely do that. Do that on top of my, you should hear how they talk about you. You should hear what they say. Hey, hey. Yes, I am. Who has the most NHL game? Oh, it just got. Oh man, it was Coulter, right? He was a San Jose Shark. Oh, I can't think of his name. He just broke the record not too long ago. I mean, he just set the record. He just set the record. Just set it. I can't think of who it is now. Oh man. I think he was injured most of this year. No, it's not Stone. It's not Stone. Or not Stone. Kessel. It's not Phil Kessel. Kessel had the consecutive games, but not total games played. He had consecutive games, but not overall was oh man, I cannot think of his name. He last played for the Sharks, and actually I think this season he was injured. Right? I think this season he was injured. He's on my fantasy team. He played a couple of games and then was re-injured himself. Logan Coulter, right? I think that's it. I think it is. I think it's Logan. I think he's got the most games. I could be wrong, but I think it's him. Uh, oh my goodness, I'm not sure. Somebody just stopped Doug Armstrong for coming in, man. He's going to be mad later. I do not know. Here we go. Here, I'm looking for it. Not coming up. Oh well, I mean, I guess it's not. Here we go. Games. Here it is. It's down here. Games played. Career. Patrick Marleau. That's who it is. I messed it up. I couldn't remember. I knew it was somewhere, somebody in there. Patrick Marleau. Last played in 2021, 1,779 games, passing Gordie Howe. I don't think anybody active. I don't think there's anybody active right now, like on that high list. Right? I think the highest active guy is Suter, Ryan Suter, with 1,434 games. Ovechkin has 1,414. Burns 1,405. Crosby's up there with 1,260. So Crosby's going to practice Brett Hull this season with 1,269. So there you go. I finally got it. Patrick Marleau. Thank you. Where are you at here? Yeah, presenting the silver stick. I'm watching. It is what it is. Got that. Oh, Wayne, how you doing? Yep. No, with the Blues. I think he said with the Blues, not the fourth. I think that he's a fourth Blues player to reach the 1,000th game while he was on the Blues. I think that's what they meant by that. Good to have you with us, Wayne. Thank you. Now, 19 likes tonight. What's going on? J.M. Davis, Erickson Krieger, Tammy Frakel. Thank you. Greatly appreciate it. Oh, nice. Oh, that looks good. Congratulations, Nick. Yeah. You guys are a little ahead of me. Probably about 2 minutes. Yeah, there we go. Oh, good. It's the Blues broadcast on NHL Network. I love it. I'll probably be right with you guys tonight because I'm on Network TV. Oh, absolutely. It's all or nothing tonight. You got to leave it all on the ice. You got to come off the ice and collapse. That's how much you got to leave out there. Yeah, kinda. Yep. It is Logan Thompson. I talked about that earlier. I read his numbers earlier. See, with Hill hurt, that helps us. Hate to say that, but it's true. Oh, put the fourth line out there. Did we go 11-7 or 12-6? Does anybody know? I didn't hear it. Oh, a couple quick shots there. Way to go. I think they went 11-6. Falk, Pareko, Kessel, Brunovich, Krug, Scandella, and Letty. So yeah, they went 11-7. 11-7. Good stick there. Good stick. I mean, yeah, but there's been other. I mean, Logan's not, but Logan wasn't the guy that took him to the cup. To the cup, that was Hill, right? Logan had struggled last year, so his numbers are decent this season. I mean, you go look at his numbers, and he's 19, 12, and 5 with a 277 and a 905. I mean, they're decent. I mean, Bennington's 25, 19, and 3 with a 285 and a 912. I kind of take Bennington's numbers over his. Let's go, Blues!
Let's go, Blues! Let's go, Blues! Let's go, Blues!
Blues win that face-off. It would be really awesome, actually. Kyrou will be getting double shifted tonight. I'm almost certain of it. Probably not until the second, but you'll see it. You saw it last game. Yep, so they went 11-7. Not regulation, bud. Not regulation. Hey, David, thanks to yours and a few other people's suggestions, I made modifications to Straddled, and it explains the game a little better, and it's done now, and it's on my page. Check it out, bud. Let's get that win. Oh, I guess maybe sorry if I made a mistake. It happens. Fast fingers. Yeah, fast fingers. Don't think it'll let me update it, though. Yeah, it won't let me update it. Yeah, oh well. Oh well. It's a happy gay live. There we go. You're on. If you want to hear someone talk about the Blues game as it's happening and give you his insights and be a jackass, then you're at the right spot. All right, thank you, bud. Hey, Vidar! How's it going, buddy? Oh, that looked offsides to me. That really looked offside. Doesn't matter now. Yeah, I guess I messed that up there, Matlow. Typing too fast. I didn't even share the show in my groups, man. I really didn't. I didn't share it in any of that. Sorry, bud. I really did not. I didn't share it in any of my groups like I normally do. I just came on and went with it. Right? And most people don't even pay attention to that anyways. Share it in one or two groups. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Never mind. I just shared the wrong one. There we go. There's the right one. Dum dum. Dum dum. Give me gum gum. Kyrie's played so much better. I mean, he's played well. Believe it or not, I think he's played a lot better this season than people give him credit for. But, you know, it is what it is. There we go. I shared it in a few groups. Not that it matters. I mean, it does, and it doesn't. It really does not matter right now. Oh man. Oh, there we go. Down by one. Oh, wow, knock Walker down. It didn't get called. Oh, nice. Got to give it to him. Nice play. Oh my goodness. It happens, man. Just a bad goal. Well, I mean, not a bad. It's not on. I mean, it happens, right? It wasn't on Bennington. Nothing he could really do about that. He got in tight and got it over the net, over the pads. Down 1-0, shots 3 apiece. Oh, that took a weird bounce behind the net. Good thing I've had nobody over there. Back porch feed is what that was, not a back door, back porch. Oh, that was just a weird bounce. That was just a weird bounce. Hey, Shaggy! God, this upsets me. It's really, I'm trying not, this bothers me. Sorry, guys. I'm a little upset right now. I'm not even paying attention, Shags. I'm sorry, bud. They need to make good on this power play. They always bring the pressure. Yeah, it's. I don't know why they went with the 7D, but they did. Personal. Someone said something about me in a group, and it was mean, downright mean. Wow. Kyrie Thomas and Neighbors. Oh, Kyrie got blocked on an open net. Man, I'm really out of it, guys. What this guy said to me really upset. Said about me in the St. Louis I Bleed Blue group really upset me. Oh my goodness. Oh, go away, guy. Okay, if you think so, bud, you're more than welcome. We'll see what happens here. I'm here, barely. You know, fuck this. I'm sorry. You know. Um, I'm gonna show this. This is. I'm gonna show this. You know, I've tried to stay, but when a guy does this, I want to make sure that you guys see this. I really do, and I apologize. It's probably not the thing I should be doing in this show, but I need to do this. Right? I need to do this. Oh, Tom, in his skates, couldn't find it. Where's the defense? Nobody there. Okay, here it is. Right? I know. I don't know if you can see this. I can't make it much bigger because if I do, it actually shrinks it. So Craig Moz made a statement about somebody said, where's all the Kyrou haters now? Craig Moz said, I don't understand the purpose of this ridiculous post. He had a few good moments in the game and still a lot of bad moments too. He still has not progressed to anywhere close to the so-called expectations by this point, and definitely not the caliber player to be a top liner making $8 million a year, which I think he is. He is at best on a second or third line, period. Not a hater at all, which is a lie. And I want him to be a top, deserving of his contract, but I go by facts and reality. And I laughed at it because I think, again, it's an absolute joke. And he responds, Guy Benson, well, since you call out people who laugh emoji on your comments on your post, which I don't, but according to him, I do, I will definitely call you out about everything I said in my comments are facts, not opinions. No, they're opinions. And your pathetic, weak gaslighting attempt is a big failure here. I'm totally 100% against your toxic, narcissistic behavior and always playing victim to your own action. I would have let it go, but I see you certainly calling others out who laugh emoji your comments or posts. So you should be called out on yours also, which I don't, but he says I do. And I said, I do it in a fun way. I don't call anybody out other than saying they gave me a ha-ha. But you're the one who is toxic. If you look at your post, you will, and you actually compared numbers, you can see his numbers are equal to Cale Makar's. They're not equal, but they're close, right? Cale Makar's making the same. Makar is making under 300,000 less than Kyrou. Maybe you need to take some time and double check your numbers before you make a post. And then he says this about me. No, you do it for your own ego, period. And then you put them down and act as if you're superior to them. I can't even read this. It's so hurtful. This is so hurtful. And then I tell him that he needs to read. I did not say you compare him to anyone. I said, if you compare. It's just hurtful. I'm hurt by it. The guy's an asshole, but that's just really hurtful. And it's bothering me. I know I shouldn't let it bother me, but it's really bothering me right now. It's really bothering me right now that he's going to sit there and make lies like that and make me look like, and he says I'm playing the victim. Oh, well. I'll try and get out of it. Yeah, I made a mistake, dude. I made a mistake. Kill me for it, okay? I just putting it out there, man. It's mean and nasty. I reported it to admins, but they won't do anything. The guy has his own group, and in that group, he doesn't kick me out of the group. He just mutes me, so I can't say anything. All right? Mandalorian, now's not the time to be a troll. If you need to be a troll, please go somewhere else. I'd appreciate it, okay? Thank you. I'm going to go off camera for a little bit, guys. Bye, Mandalorian. Ah. Oh man. In a group, Craig Moz said something really nasty about me, Wendy, and I'm hurt by it. I know I shouldn't be, but I mean, this guy put it out there for everybody to see, and it's just really mean, nasty, and disgusting. And that's what he calls me. He calls me that as he's writing this. So. Uh, I think they might have removed the comment. I don't know for sure. Yeah. I think they deleted it. Yeah, they did remove it. Oh well, I'm trying, guys. This is really affecting me. I know I shouldn't, but oh man, I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I'm Oh man, I apologize, guys. I'm struggling a bit. Give me a moment to try and figure things out. I'm not even paying attention to the game, believe it or not. I'm trying. They took his comment away, but it really bothered me. Oh man. Oh, where are we at in the game? I don't even know. Let me try and get caught up. It's 1-0 with 3:25 remaining. Chin's in the box. Sod's hurt, so that's gonna hurt us now. Thank you, sister. Thanks, Sister JD. I appreciate it. The guy calls me out for doing exactly what he does, and that's just hurtful. Sots are 11-7 in favor of them. Oh, good shot. You got a shot off. Oh, good shot, Falk. Got a couple of good quick shots. Just got to get one in. Thank you all. Thank you for the support. Oh my goodness. Oh man, that's not good. You know what, Wendy? I'll bring you on, bud. I'll bring you on. If anything, I'll bring you on for everybody else. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, guys. Forgive me. Shots are 12-10 in favor of the Knights. Scores 1-0. Game can get out of control really quick. I sent you a link, Shag. Yeah, it more than likely is. He could be out for a little while. Take your time, Wendy. I appreciate it, buddy. Just, I know I shouldn't care, but when someone says something in a public forum about you like that, and they make, and you really can't respond. You're not allowed to respond, because if you do, you're just doing exactly what they said. And that's, I never said anything personal about him. I've never personally attacked the man. And he personally attacked me. Oh, that was a bad clear there. Oh, Walker, if you could have put that down on your stick, that was in the back of the net. Oh, nice play, Walker. I took the troll out of Facebook or YouTube out. Someone says, please don't troll, and you say, shut the fuck up. I'm not being a troll. You're actually being a troll. Right? I mean, it is what it is. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I get it. But I don't say, I try not to say mean stuff about people. Right? I really do. Oh, I was going to be that from the get-go. Way to go, Walker. Well, period down. 1-0. 1-0 Vegas. Oh, wow. I just clicked it over to my feed. I know it's over, and there's still like 60 or 48 seconds left. That's how far behind I am. That's how far behind I am when I watch it on that. Yep. They clogged the middle. We're going to have to work for it tonight. We're going to have to work for it. Do the things that we got to do, and hopefully put one in the back of the net in the second. I said we were minus 10. Now we're minus 11 in the second. We needed to win in the first. We're even in the second. We have to win the second. Right? We're going to absolutely have to do what we need to do to win this game in the second period. We got to win the second. Got to win the second. Right? A lot's been made out of the fact that after when being scored on first, giving up the first goal, right? The Blues are 8-27-2. 8-27-2 when giving up that first goal. That and they're when they score first, they're 26-8-4. So we got, it's going to be hard. It's okay, man. I'm dealing with the Craig Maas situation, and this show has not been good this period at all. So we got outplayed that period. Also, it's BS that McNabb didn't get another penalty on that. I agree with you on that. I absolutely agree with you on that. Oh, here we go. They come on both at the same time. Hey guys.
Hey.
Hey
What's
man,
up,
thank
guys?
you. It just that hurts, man. And I know I shouldn't let it bother me, but I mean that was just mean and cruel.
No, that's just you can't. I don't care what it is, guy. We're not people that are fans of the same team, and
Yeah.
I don't call you things because that's just human sports talk. You don't say these things to other people. I think Wendy would agree. The only person in the world that would say that is Brad Marchand. And that's it.
Yeah, he claims that I make a big deal out of when people give a laughing face or a mad face. All I do is ask why. I've never admonished somebody for. I want to know why. Why do you see it that way? Especially on like when I put some of my mental health posts. I've had people put a laughing face. Why? Why would you do that? So, and then the things that this guy says. He made it so I couldn't respond, and that was and it was mean, it was hurtful, and I can't respond because if I do, I'm playing right into him, and it just, I mean, they removed the comment. I'll say that.
Okay.
I got a screenshot of it, but they removed the comment, but it was still, it was mean and hurtful, and he has his own group, and in that group, in fact, I won't unfriend anybody. I will not do it. Right? I won't. Well, unfriend maybe, but I don't block anybody. I may have to block this guy. And I don't do it because I don't know what somebody else's mental health is or how it will affect them. You can see how his comments are affecting me. This is why I don't block people. It's exactly why. Because you don't know how you can affect somebody's mental health. And,
Right.
But that, it was mean. It was hurtful. It was uncalled for. And not only that, it was a complete lie. What I said is if you compare Cale Makar to him, and I kind of got it wrong. I was a little bit off. Makar's numbers are much better, but Makar's making just a little bit less, right? Kairu's numbers for what he's playing, his salary's close, and this guy's Kairu's all bad, all this and whatever, and he's all like to his opinion. But for him to sit there and tell me all the things that I do, it just really hurt me, and it took me away from where I was. So, right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that was just like, it was uncalled for no matter what. You can't make these type of comments to people. I don't know. I don't think that was called for.
Yeah. So this goal that they scored, I mean, that was a lucky goal. I mean, for it to bounce up off the pad like that, have you ever seen a puck do that? I mean, that was it takes a weird bounce. I mean, he hits him right on the pad and it bounced up and then kind of angles towards the net.
I think the weirder goal I saw this year was...
Oh, actually, no, I seen it now. It angles off of Bennington's stick.
The weirder one I saw this year was in a Ranger game. I forgot who took the shot, but he went full wind up on the shot, and the stick, it only hit like bottom of the stick.
Yeah.
So the puck came off at a very slow pace, but the stick movement was very fast. So when Shesterkin went to go save it, he was waiting for like a fast puck to come at him. Yeah. And the puck just slowly went over him, and that was just.
I've seen that happen. You get that.
Yeah.
The one that got Bennington against Minnesota, that got between it like trickled from behind him. You know, he thought he had it saved.
Didn't one once go off Bennington's back?
Not in a while, but it's happened before.
Yeah.
All right. Cleans out the lunatics, werewolves, and troll. Well, I had a troll on YouTube. I took him away. I blocked him. Right. I mean, he's saying stuff. You know, I screwed up. I fat fingered, didn't double check my typing, and wrote gay instead of day. And of course, everyone's going to make a big deal out of that. And the guy's telling me how the Blues suck and the Leaves are better, and using the F word and all of that. And yes, I use it when it's appropriate. And then I say, hey man, if you're going to troll, please go. And then he goes, STFU, I'm not being a troll. That's a troll comment. So I just blocked him. I just, blocked him. Right?
Yeah.
Don't people understand that they sit there and say the way he said that is actually what's making him the troll. I mean, and it's the same thing with this comment on Facebook. The way the guy says it, he's doing the exact thing that he's claiming I do.
But that's because this guy doesn't understand what you did.
Yeah, well, he used to be a fan of the show, but apparently I said too much about our conversations, which when you do media, unless you tell someone it's off the record, it's never off the record, right? Wendy, would you agree with that?
It depends on what type of conversation it is, though.
A conversation about hockey.
Oh, yeah, really, if you're trying to start a conversation and it ends up, if it's through like YouTube chat, then that's
our conversations were on Messenger.
Oh, okay.
But they never felt. It's never like, hey man, I don't want you to talk about this. There was never said or made known.
Okay.
Right, and I never said the guy's name. He came out and said his own name. I never said it. Right, and then I offered him numerous times to come on the show, and he says that I'm playing the victim. Not really, you know, maybe I am maybe I do. I don't know, but
so. The thing is that they played them pretty well defensively in the first period.
They got outplayed in the first. It wasn't a bad first. We'll go over the numbers here real quick. Shots were 13-10 in favor of the Knights. Knights had 24 attempts. Blues had 15 attempts. All right. I'll tell you something that I'm really liking from the last couple of games of the Blues. They're not missing the net.
Mm-hmm.
Of those 15 attempts, only one missed the net. Right? 10 were on net, 4 were blocked. That's the fact that you're not missing the net. That's huge, right? You got to keep your shots on the net. Hits were 16-10 in favor of the Blues. Knights had a giveaway. Blues had a giveaway. Knights had 3 takeaways. Blues had 6. Blues blocked 9 shots. Knights blocked 4. Face-offs were 11-8 in favor of the Blues, 58% to 42%. It's not a bad period. The way the penalties went down was kind of messed up. Now, I will say this. I didn't see what happened with Saad because I was dealing with this Facebook thing. Campbell, who's in the AHL, had one do that. He makes the stop. It was like on a shootout. Makes the stop. Puck bounces up. He's kind of looking around, and then it falls down, hits his back, and goes in the net.
Yeah, I've seen that happen a few times.
Right, that was kind of, yeah. So first penalty went to Marcia Shaw at 8:49 and for high sticking, and during that penalty, McNabb and Shin got into it. McNabb hit Saad and cut him. I didn't see how he cut him, and Shin took exception to that. They both get fighting majors. Shin got the roughing. It should have been a penalty on another penalty on McNabb too. I mean, when you hurt a guy, it should be a penalty, right? I mean, I didn't see the play. Hopefully, they'll show it. Did you see what I'm talking about?
No, because I literally just got home when I and turned on the game, and it already happened.
Yeah. So
glad I'm able to watch the game through NHL Network.
Why?
It's
on Valley.
I mean, I believe they're using NHL Network broadcasters tonight.
No, they're using the Blues broadcasters.
Okay.
Because I'm watching it on NHL Network because I got a 2-minute delay on center ice, but on NHL Network it's right there. But it is the Blues announcers. It's the home announcers. It's hit and miss whether they use the home announcers or the away announcers sometimes. Mm-hmm. Right? It really all depends. Now, I think when it's Valley, they almost always use the home announcers. But if it's like when Chicago's on the NHL Network and they're showing that, they don't show the NBC Sports Network. They'll show the Valley if Valley's available.
They've shown the NHL. The NHL Network usually shows the NBC Sports Network.
Right. I think it's only if Valley's not available, or if they're playing a Canadian market.
I think it's usually the NBC broadcasts.
Because I think the game the Blues played in Chicago earlier this season, if I remember right, it was on It was on NHL Network, and they showed the Bally. I think I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Our games have been national games this year, except
Say
for
again?
one.
Say again.
All our games have been on national TV except
Okay.
for one.
Yeah. Let's see. That's BS. He didn't get a penalty. In fact, he cut Sod. Yeah, he did cut Sod, and Sod's still being. And Shockey said it was a shoulder to the head. So hopefully, I don't know if they'll show it, but they might, or it might be out there somewhere. Letty got his silver stick today. His family was there, mom, dad, and brother.
Jesus Christ, I remember Letty being a rookie in 2013.
Was it 2013? I mean, he came into the league in 2008, or he was drafted in 2009.
He was a rookie in 13.
No, he's been in 13 years. That number doesn't.
He made his debut with the Blackhawks, and it was either 2012 or 20. I thought it was 2013. It could have been 2012.
Hold on. Actually, didn't he play for somebody else before?
Nope. He was drafted by Minnesota, but traded to the Blackhawks. The 2012 season.
Yeah, I'm looking it up now. You're wrong. 2010-11. He played 46 games.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew the numbers didn't match up. Yeah. He played 46 games that season. So he's won one cup or two cups?
One,
because he got traded he went to the Islanders. Either
we
traded
had
or went.
to trade him to the Islanders because of salary cap purposes.
Okay. There we go.
Traded him to the Islanders, and the player we got back was Vili Polka, who never played an NHL game.
He never played for the Wild, Shocks. He never played for the Wild. His first game was with Chicago.
Yeah, he was drafted by Minnesota.
By the Wild.
We traded I believe we traded Cam Barker and John Madden for Nick Leddy.
Just Cam Barker.
Okay.
Traded by the Minnesota Wild with Kim Johnson to the Chicago Blackhawks for Cam Barker. And then the Blackhawks traded him with Kent Simpson to the Islanders for TJ Brennan, Anders Nissan, and Vili Polka.
Yeah, none of them played in the NHL. Hey,
Right.
Shaggy, you're muted, by the way, if you were talking.
Oh, Shag, I'm muted?
No, Shaggy is.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yep. His first goal might have been against the Wild, but I don't think I know he didn't score a goal with the Wild.
Yeah, he debuted with the Blackhawks.
Yeah, I was pretty sure. Hey, Ashley. It is now. I don't know why it wasn't before.
That's actually weird.
Yeah. I thought it was 2. I didn't see it. It should have been. I didn't see it. I got to admit, the stuff with the Facebook really took me out of my game. It really did. That it's really affected me, and I apologize to everybody for that. So I didn't see the play. I'll try. That's why these guys have volunteered to come in, help me try and get my head back. I greatly appreciate Shag and Wendy. Thank you.
Oh, our
Thank you
pleasure.
very much.
Oh yeah.
All right. Thank you very, very much. I greatly appreciate you guys coming to my rescue here. Yeah, that just
Man,
I'm not sure. I mean, here I can see it, Ash. So in the third, it's simply going to come down to this. You got to score goals. You got to win the third. I mean, there's no ands, ifs, or buts. In the third, the Golden Knights. Now you got to look in the first, they were -3. In the second, they're +21. The Blues are even. So this is a team that comes out strong strong in the second, and you know, this is the only period that you've somewhat had a win in. So you need to really come out. I mean, this is the season. You know, to me, I want them to come out. I mean, when the final whistle blows, I want it all fall on the ice of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Right? That's how I feel. You got to play this game. You got to put everything out there on the ice. Everything out there on the ice. You got to give it all. So Ashley says, "Thank you, guys."
Yep, no problem.
All right. Oh, my head. I'm sorry. I really apologize, guys. I'm trying to get my head back together, but that's who I am. You know, that shit just bounces around in my head really bad.
Found out the NC Sod's back, by the way.
Oh, he is back? Okay.
Yeah. I found out the NCAA tournament starts in Centene.
Yeah.
Why are they playing those games in Centene, not Enterprise Center?
Probably because the Blues are playing also. And it's regional, not like Final Four.
Yeah, I know, but the one game in particular should be actually in the NHL arena.
All right.
Want to know why?
Why?
It's Michigan versus North Dakota, two teams who both have stadiums that hold well over 10,000 fans.
Yeah. Game's
And they
back
were
on, by the
selling
way.
tickets for that game alone, $1,000 a piece.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I
It's
would-
only a I think that only seats like 4,000 or 5,000.
2,100 is the total capacity it was stated.
Oh, wow.
And what makes me mad, I would have gone to that game to
Yeah.
see Michigan and North Dakota.
Yeah.
Because Blackhawks college prospect is playing for Michigan right now, and I would have loved to see Frank Nazar play against North Dakota.
I don't know why comments are spotty, guys. I honestly don't. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. Maybe I'm guessing. I'll tell you, I could probably 90% guess what's going on. Right? Ashley rebooted her phone. I didn't see that comment. Guys, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. Right now, it is what it is. I don't think my show's been reported. It doesn't look like it. It's a Facebook thing, and I've had that happen before. So, right? Sorry, guys. I'm doing my best. I don't know. It is what it is. Keep commenting and commenting the best you can. Shag's got ooh, here we go. Oh, shit. How do you miss that? Oh, my God. You see that?
I think you're right behind me.
I'm at 17-19.
Yeah, you're just a little bit behind me. I saw it.
God, Shen should have buried that. It should be 1-1 right now. It absolutely should be 1-1. Right?
It looked like, from what it looked like, the puck went off the heel of his stick.
Yeah, it may have, but God, he should have buried that. They were wide open net too. Do you still think Bennington's one of the bottom tier goalies there, Wendy?
I still think he's overrated, and he's mid. I said he's mid tier, not bottom tier.
I think he's more than mid tier, but right.
Okay, why did the Cubs play the Cardinals today in spring training in Arizona?
I have no clue. None. I haven't paid attention to I haven't paid attention at all, but
I saw it pop up on Twitter, and I'm like,
Yeah.
why are they playing each other? They are in two different leagues in spring training.
they've done this before where sometimes they'll meet somewhere like Springfield or up in Iowa.
Yeah, they met at the Cubs spring training stadium in Arizona.
So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. As long as the Evil Empire doesn't make the playoffs, I'm happy.
What's your thoughts on the wild card race between Washington and Detroit going on?
I think Detroit should win that.
They should, but I don't think they're going to. I think Washington sneaks in. They have the games in hand.
Yeah. Well, well, the other thing too is Washington has the experience, right?
Also, Alex Ovechkin's heated up, so he's put up 7 goals in the last 3 games.
I don't think he gets Gretzky. I think he gets really, really close.
I think he hits Gretzky.
He's got 50 more to go, right? I think it's 50 to go.
That's doable in 2 seasons if he's keeps it at a pace of 25 goals a season.
Yeah, but he's fallen off pretty heavily this season. I don't think he'll hit 25 this season, will he?
He's up to 26.
Oh, 26, okay.
He just had 7 goals in the last 3 games.
I think Ovi reaches it. I think he knows the number. He wants to reach that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think probably the season, once he hits it, he probably decides to hang up the skates afterwards.
Wendy, who's a good friend of mine, and I don't pull anything against him, is not a fan of Bennington. And he does not look highly on him, and he thinks he's a mid-tier and an overrated goalie. And I say that with love and respect, bud. Oh, don't worry about the baby crying, man. I don't mind at all. I get it. I appreciate it, but I get it. But thanks for coming on, guys. I really appreciate it. Because I was within moments of just saying I'm done. Mm-hmm. I really was. I was within moments.
I could tell when I saw this. I hopped in the stream as soon as you turned off your camera, and I'm like, oh, what the hell happened?
Yeah. It just. Sorry, man. It's that was a personal attack, and. I know some people, they've got skin as thick as an alligator's, and unfortunately I don't. Right? Unfortunately I don't.
Exactly, Wayne.
Yeah. I'll give you this one. You have Bennington derangement syndrome.
That is good.
That's really good. I'm sorry, Wendy. You got to admit that's kind of funny.
That is great.
I just think Bennington's overrated and a mid-tier goalie.
If Bennington was on a top-tier team, he'd be in the Vezina conversation.
I don't think so.
He's 285 and 912. That's not mid-tier, bud.
I still don't. He still lets in the weak goals I see all the time from him, and I'm like, that's not a top tier goalie.
Every goalie lets in the weak goal. Every goalie lets in a weak goal here and there.
No, he does it quite a bit from what I've seen from him.
Nah, that's just your Bennington glasses that you have on, grading him much harder than you would other goalies. He does not.
Okay.
Like, for high danger save percentage, he leads the league.
Okay.
He leads the league in high danger save percentage. So if you're sitting there and saying, oh, he's letting in all these goals, these soft goals, but he's leading the league in high danger, that doesn't jive. Now, if he was mid-tier in high danger and you were saying that, okay, I give you that. But the fact that he's leading the league in high danger saves, I got to call you out on that one, bud.
The thing is that I find that the part that Wendy is very right on is there are games in which I don't think there's many goalies like this. There are games that which for a guy who's supposed to be a legit goalie, he will look like a bottom tier goalie in many games.
Mhm.
And even if Vasilevsky has a bad day, it will be nothing close to a bad day of Binnington.
But hold
So
on.
I think
That
Wendy's
has
point-
more to do, but that has more to do with the team in front of him than it does him.
But
a lot
not
of those,
the goal.
a lot of his numbers. No, a lot of his numbers. You look at him; he's been hung out left to dry. He's faced the most shots. I think he's faced more shots than any other goalie in the league, or it's up there.
It's very possible that some of those games are like that. Wendy's point is that there are games that which he looks like a bottom tier goalie.
Oh,
We're
look
not
at
talking about
Wayne
a
backing
mid
me
game.
up. Look at Wayne backing me up.
Oh boy,
That was earlier in Crow's career,
See,
Wayne.
see, the funny part here, guy, is that between whatever guy Wendy wants to put down at me, or whatever guy wants to put down at me, you will not beat the Rangers goalie tandems ever.
Yeah, you have one of the better tandems in the league.
There's nothing.
I think the Blues tandem's right behind. I mean, right behind them. I think
Okay.
Binnington and Hoffer next season will be in the top 3 in goaltending tandems.
The thing is, there's a lot of big tandems coming up.
Okay,
You're gonna have to work with the Shesterkin quick. You're gonna have to work with the Vasilevsky Johansson. You're gonna have to work with the Georgiev and Noonan. You're gonna have to, these are guys who are producing Tarasov and Merzlikins. These are good goalie situations. Woll and Samsona or whoever's going to be the starter there. What are you going to do with Wolf and Markstrom? I just named you like a bunch of tandems. What do you do, Stolars and Bobrovsky?
all right. Hoffer and Binnington.
Okay.
Right now, Hoffer has a 273 and a 917. And that's in 26 games.
With what Hofer's showing me, he's the starter in 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right towards Bennington's last year. I would agree with that.
Yeah. Hofer's the starter.
And
Hofer's the
so
starter
you're
in
talking
2
about
years.
having a 1A, 1B next season.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what I'm getting at. That this has a tandem. They're going to be at the top of the league. And if they had a little bit better team play in front of them, they'd be going after, their numbers would be right at the top.
Look, if I'm the Blues, next year's an all-out season. You have your last year of your goalie, and I do not think you're re-signing him.
Right? Coffer got better with time, Winnie, but he still had mental lapses that cost us games. I love the Blues, and we are still both hockey fans. Yeah. Look, man, it's opinions. That's all it is.
Yeah.
No one knows facts. Nobody knows facts. Even I'll admit, I compare numbers, but you can compare numbers all day long, and they don't always mean the same thing. You can sit there. You can sit there and look at Bennington's numbers compared to Shigurshkin's right now and go, look how much better his numbers are than Bennington. But that doesn't take into account the team in front of him at all. Now, I say you go look at the high danger saves. Bennington's first in that. Well, what does that mean? And it can mean a whole bunch of different things to a whole bunch of different people. For me, it means that, you know what? Wendy, you saying he lets only soft goals? I got to tell you, I don't think so. And this is the number I'm using to back it up. That's it. Is that a fact or an opinion? It's a fact opinion. Opinion fact. You're right? I don't know.
People have their own opinions, and that's how it is. That's
Right?
how people are. We can all think of how things are, and I just think Bennington's a mid-tier goalie, kind of overrated.
Yeah. Who was the penalty called on just now? Oh, yeah, that should be on Vegas. Yeah, that was interference. There we go. White Cloud for interference. Let's see if we can get this goal and tie it up.
What time you at?
11:36.
All right, me too. Man.
I'll tell you, puck drop. There you go. I just saw a puck drop.
Yeah, you're ahead of me.
some reason backup goalies, and I know Thompson's not technically a backup goalie today, but he's a backup goalie. Give the Blues fits for some reason.
Thompson should be the starter in Vegas, in my opinion, over Aiden Hill.
Hill.
Granted, Hill won the Cup with Vegas last year, but Hill finally is starting to show why he can't be trusted as a full-time starter. And that's why Thompson's been playing a little bit more in net lately.
Well, Hill's injured right now, so he didn't even make the road trip.
Okay.
I think Hill's been injured for a while, even when he's been playing.
Yeah, when he was playing, he did look injured, but it just seemed like his game did also drop at the beginning of the year too, compared to what it was in the playoffs when he had a Cinderella run in the net, being the 5th string goalie going for Vegas.
Yeah.
Right. Right, when they had like 20 different goalies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bennington was the 4th or 5th string when he came in. Right? Forget who we brought. We brought in like Johnson or something like that season, and that guy just couldn't stop anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had somebody else ahead of Bennington. I want to say it might have been Husso. Oh, Sundqvist. Oh, Sundqvist is down. Oh, he's down hard. Sundqvist will not be back today. I'll tell you that. I'm just from looking at this. He can't even get up off the ice, and he was crawling like on his knee, like he couldn't put any weight on his body at all. I don't know if he took something, and it looks like he hit his knee or something. Oh wow, that was knee on knee. He got knee. Oh, that should be a penalty. How does that not get called? That's knee on knee. Look at this. He raises his knee up. That's knee on knee. That was knee on knee. What? Am I wrong? I mean, he raises his knee up.
I have to see that again.
He raises his knee up into it. This is why the NHL has the bad reputation it has, because you had a referee looking right at that and not calling.
Oh, that was on purpose.
Yeah, that was
on purpose.
The bat knee to knee.
All right.
That was on purpose.
That's cross check with knee.
That's a cross. First of all, you have the cross check on top. Second of all, you have the knee at the bottom.
I hope the NHL looks at that. Oh my goodness.
I'm curious if that's considered boarding as well.
It should.
It could have been. I mean, there could have been a lot of stuff.
Penalties.
Right.
That's 3 penalties at least. Was
that
McNabb?
I mean, it should be. That should have been a game.
Was that McNabb?
Yeah. That was
yeah.
McNabb.
No. Yeah.
That
It
was
was
McNabb.
McNabb.
That was McNabb.
All right.
All right.
Oh man, the Blues got screwed on that.
Has Thomas Hertl debuted yet with Vegas yet?
No, he's injured. Tomas Hertl's injured.
Okay, I didn't know if he debuted yet.
No, he's not debuting, and they can't bring him on. He won't be coming even close back to like maybe with a week left of the season, 2 weeks left.
Oh, the cap circumvention of the Vegas.
It's really a long-term move than a this year move.
Yeah,
I need Neighbors to get a goal.
Oh I ended up getting beat in the second round just barely. Just barely, but even if I'd have snuck through, I'd have gotten destroyed. The guy who I would have played scored more goals than I would have scored points. He had 20-something goals. He ended up like 48 points last week. I mean, it's ridiculous. He had the numbers he had last week were just ridiculous.
Mm.
Yeah, apparently. No problem, Shagalicious. Of the four referees, I think the ones that are worst is the NBA. I think the NBA is worse. I think the NHL is right above them. And then I would like 1 and 2 are like way above 3 and 4. MLB and the NHL have gotten so much better with their referees, and that's because of their type of review system, right? Their review is actually, the thing is, it takes a while, but if you use instant replay review right, it actually makes your umpires better.
So,
Right?
what's your thoughts on the new replay rules that are going to be put into place next year?
Hate it.
It's
Hate it.
stupid.
Have a big problem with it. And one of my problems is if you're going to do that, then if a team challenges for goaltender interference and it is goaltender interference, then that should be the penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You should go in the box. That's goaltender interference. You're calling it. That's a penalty. Put him in the box. If you're not going to put him in the box, that doesn't make sense to me.
The replay rule is going to be dumb. I'm shocked they didn't do anything to make overtime more like a 10-minute overtime to try and get rid of the shootout altogether.
I think the Players Association doesn't want to go to 10. They might go to 7. I could see him next in a year or two going to 7. Right?
I mean, if it goes to 10, it pretty much eliminates it goes into that's about how long a shootout will last. A shootout's about 5 minutes long anyways.
Yeah. I think I'll tell you the rule. I'd like to see him implement the international shootout rule.
Oh, no, I'm not a fan of it.
What you know what I'm talking about?
Same player every time?
After 3 attempts or 5 attempts, say after 5 attempts, then you can put in, the way I would say it, you can choose any player, but he can't shoot consecutively. All right? Yeah, that was bad, man. Oh, Gunnarson's in the building. Hey, Gunny. First ever Stanley Cup game-winning goal for the St. Louis Blues. That's a trivia question most people will never get, unless you're a Blues fan. You would never have guessed that. Yeah, that was bad. Sonny, that should have been that should have been a game misconduct. That was intent to injure.
Okay,
let's
see if you can name the 2 players that scored the 2 goals in 17 seconds in 2013.
Oh, I honestly don't know. For the Blackhawks?
Yeah.
Was this game 6?
This was game 6 that gave the 2 goals in 17 seconds that ended up giving the Blackhawks the win.
Boston choked.
What?
Boston absolutely choked that one away.
Yeah.
I even put a post, game 7's coming, and then that choke happened. So a buddy of mine who's a Boston fan was so pissed. Kane was one of them, wasn't he?
Nope.
Okay.
He had an assist. No, he didn't
So
even have
it wasn't one of the big 3. It wasn't Keith, and it wasn't Taze.
No.
Yeah, then I wouldn't know. Other than those 3, I probably wouldn't know.
Brian Campbell for the first goal, assisted by Taze and if I remember correctly, Duncan Keith.
Yeah. Was that a 6-on-5? Was that a 6-on-5?
Yes. Kane was out there because that was the first line in that playoff run. Kane, Taze, and Bickle, and that line became lethal through the playoffs.
Yeah.
And the second goal was by Dave Bolin, and that was assisted by Frelick and Oduya.
That was a 5-on-5, right?
Yes.
See, I did remember some of it.
Yeah.
Give me a little credit.
48 left on the board. Ended
Was
up
that
being
the one? Was that the one that the guy we had on the show talked about?
Jamal Mayers? Yeah.
Right. When who was it? Taze told him that he was going to give him the cup first.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he decided, oops, no, I got to give it to somebody else.
He gave
And
it
you'll get a
to
second.
Han Zeus, who was playing about the same length of time as Jamal, and Jamal was on the didn't play a single game in that playoff, if
practice
I remember
squad
correctly.
Yeah.
He was supposed to have played in game 2, game 3.
And yeah, he talked about it. I remember talking about that. And then something happened and
then
he took warm-ups. He took warm-ups.
Yeah.
And then when he came out, they told him he wasn't playing.
Yeah, they put in Ben Smith.
Yeah. Oh, now they're going to call a penalty on Kaepernick. You're not going to call a knee on knee, but you'll call that crap. I'm sorry, man. Look, I'm not trying to be a homer. As soon as I saw that play, I mean, when they showed it from behind, he lifts his knee. It should have been a
penalty. As I said, it should have been more than one penalty.
He lifts his knee into, that should have been a 5-minute major. And then a 10-minute game misconduct. Right?
It should have been more than one penalty.
All right. So Chicago should have had to have 3 guys off the ice, 2 in the box. All right. McNabb should have been off for the misconduct. And they should have, and well, he should have. It's a game, so he should have been off for that. But then they still have the people in the box to serve those penalties.
Yeah.
Right. So they have to put somebody in to serve the 5-minute, and then somebody else has to stay in for the 10-minute.
Yeah.
And they can choose which guy is doing it. Right.
Yep.
And they have to choose that ahead of time. You're serving the 5. You're serving the 10.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's absolutely what it should have been, and that should absolutely be a, hey, you need to come talk to us. But you know what? I bet he doesn't even get a fine for it.
Probably not.
I bet McNabb doesn't even get a fine, and I'm sorry, that was intent. That's absolute intent to injure. When you raise your knee into the other guy's knee against the boards.
And also cross-checking at the same time.
Cross-checking at the same time, yeah.
Anytime you could see someone's numbers by the boards, you have to lay off.
This here on White Cloud should also be embellishment. Did you see that?
No, hang on.
The way, if they show it, that should be embellishment. I mean, the stick's up there, but the way he throws his head back, it's not. He doesn't get hit. The stick just comes up. Yeah. That could have been embellishment. I think the NHL really needs. So one of the reasons that embellishment doesn't get called as much as it does is because when it is called, the players can be fined for it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get called as much. Like Sundqvist he got his warning and then he got a fine for embellishment. Oh, come on, Letty. Oh, man, that should have tied the game up. That should have made our 12th set shorthanded goal. Yeah, and Letty did get hooked. The refs have decided that the Blues are not winning this game unless they just get plain lucky. I'm sorry, there's been too many calls. That's 2 solid calls that the refs have decided not to call. When a guy throws his arms up like that, he's hooking them. It's like a telltale sign you're being hooked.
Is there any word why Letty chose number 4 in St. Louis?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Why? What number would you think he would wear?
He wore number 2 with the Islanders.
Retired.
And 8 with the Blackhawks.
Retired.
I can't remember what he wore in Detroit.
Retired. 4, 2, and 8 retired.
Okay.
8 is 2 is McGinnis. 8 is I can't think of his name. The player that passed away, motorcycle accident. Geskoff.
Okay.
Right.
Oh. Don't know where Guy went. Wasn't expecting that.
No, I just popped out. So
Okay.
yeah. So I'm like 99% sure that would be why. I mean,
I don't know. I can't remember what Letty did wear in Detroit though.
Yeah.
I will look.
I'll tell you. I just had it. Let me go back and look. I'll tell you here in a second. In Detroit, he wore 2.
Okay.
So he wore 8 with the Blackhawks, 2 with the Islanders, and 2 with the Red Wings, and both of those numbers are retired
Yeah.
for the Blues. I'm like 99.99999% certain that those are, and I'm trying to see. I know they have a thing up here where it's all-time numbers, full site menu. That's probably where they need to go to. Here we go. Season.
Plager is who's retired for 8.
Guess off.
It says Barkley Plager
Oh,
on
Plager
NHL.
for 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Barclay for 8. My bad. Why am I not find? I know they have it on here on the all-time.
That was the NHL website.
Okay. But I know that franchise history. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Shootouts, hat tricks, roster. I know they have like an all-time numbers, right?
Yeah.
Because I've looked at it before. I've looked at it before. Records. Maybe it's on records. No.
Damn.
No, I can't.
That was really fast for jersey customization.
For who?
When I went up to Chicago for St. Patrick's Day,
Yeah.
ended up dropping off 2 jerseys to get customized.
Mm-hmm.
And they're getting mail. They're going to be at my house tomorrow. So that's really quick for some jersey customization.
Why can't I find this now? I don't know why I can't.
Week and a half.
Yeah. Because I've looked at it on this site before, right? I've looked on this site before. The Blues all-time numbers. I know it was on Hockey Reference. Right?
Here, I got it.
Is it on Hockey Reference?
Yeah.
What did you click to get there?
Just go to Google.
Yeah.
And just type in Blues jersey number history. And the first tab will be Hockey Reference.
Okay. Let me try that. A guess off might be 3. Yep, Hockey Reference. I don't know why I couldn't find that page.
Man, the Hawks are soon going to have a lot more jersey numbers.
Yeah, so here we go. So, yeah, McGinnis is 2. Guessoff is 3. Plager's 5. Berenson 7. Barclay is 8. Suter 11. Wickenheimer is not retired. It's honored. 14, so you can still have a 14. Hull is retired at 16. Fedorko at 24. And Pronger at 44. And yeah, I don't see anybody wearing 4 that you might want to. The only one, Guessoff, he wore it in 74, and I think he died in 77 or 78. So
Here's the list of
77, so.
Blackhawks that are retired for numbers.
Say again?
Glenn Paul, number 1.
Yeah.
Keith Magnuson and Pierre Palant, number 3. Chris Chelios, number 7. Soon going to have also Brent Seabrook. Bobby Hall, number 9. Dennis Savard, number 18. Stan Mikita, number 21. Tony Esposito, number 35. And number 81, Marian Hossa.
So I guess you're almost up to us now, I think.
Probably.
Right? So Eliza says, I'm fighting with 3 Vegas fans on Twitter who swear on their lives McNabb never cross-checked Sonny. He absolutely cross-checked him, and he needed him. 1-0 after 2. Shots are 24-16 in favor of Vegas. Score is 1-0 and 1. Vegas 1, Blues nothing. Refs 1, 2, or 3, however you want to look at it.
Okay, we're still 2 numbers behind you guys from jersey retirement.
Well, 14's not retired.
Uh-huh.
Right? That's honored, not retired, and 7 is honored, not retired.
Okay.
Hey, Lance, man.
Hello.
How you doing, bud?
I'm okay.
All right. Tough. I mean, I think the Blues are playing good enough to win this game, but the refs are, I'm sorry. I normally don't blame the refs, but I'm telling you, the refs have absolutely decided the fate of this game so far. McNabb should have gotten a 5 and a 10 in a game. Right? 5-10 and a see you later. Do you agree, disagree?
I don't think he should have gotten a 10. No, I don't.
You didn't see the intent to injure on the knee with the cross check?
I think that there's a lot of times you can call that, and there's times that you don't call it.
Lance, when they showed the replay, you see him raise his knee into Sonny's knee while he's cross-checking him. I mean, he lifts his leg off the ice and purposely puts his knee into Sonny's knee. You got see if you can go back and look at it. But that's
I've watched it a couple times. I think he deserved a 5 and 2 minutes, but I don't think he deserved a game misconduct.
All right. No, I think that's a 5. Well, if you're getting a 5, you're probably getting a 10.
The refs aren't great in this game, but I'm going to tell you what's even worse is the Blues offense. This team, for the last 2 years, people have told you and I, Guy, and I know that Nick's heard it too, that the Blues' biggest problem is their defense.
Yeah.
Well, they are 25th or 26th in the league in offense. That's not good, guys. That's not good enough. You're not going to make the playoffs being 25th or 26th in offense. And if you do make the playoffs, you're going to exit very early.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Well, not only that, the high stick that got called on Kaepernick should have been what do you call it? An embellishment on White Cloud. Because you watch Kaepernick, his stick goes up, but it just goes up. It doesn't go back. It just goes up, and all of a sudden, it's like in front of. I wish you could see the replay because it actually doesn't look like it hits his face at all, and then he throws his head back.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's like there, and then all of a sudden the head goes back. Not like it's hitting and the head going back at the time that it's hitting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, that was an absolute embellishment. Right? They have to. They've had a couple of good opportunities. Letty had a great shorthanded opportunity, but long on a shift, he couldn't get it up. And yeah, I know that's what she said, but I know I shouldn't laugh at my own dad joke, but after what happened earlier, that's probably the best thing I can do right now. Yeah, I don't think Lance knows what happened earlier.
No, I had to step out to eat some dinner, so
during the first period, on St. Louis I Bleed Blue, our buddy who decided to eviscerate me. It's been deleted now, but he eviscerated me on a post.
Oh, that's nice.
and told really did come out, and it affected me. It affected me really bad.
Yeah.
No call on the hook on Letty. Yeah, that was the other thing. Letty, the guy's got his. I mean, when a player throws his arms up like this, that's telling me he's hooking a guy. He's telling you when a player's trying to not get called a penalty by throwing, he's telling you he was committing a penalty. I don't know why refs don't immediately call that. Every time a player does that, yep, he was hooking him. He was holding him. I mean, it's obvious to me, right? I don't know why they don't call it. They absolutely should, but, it is what it is. David's asking, what's up, Lance? How you doing, David? Thank you.
Okay.
Go ahead, Lance.
No, I'm okay, David. And to what you were saying earlier, Guy. We're in a world where people can say what they want to, and there's no consequences. And there's got to be consequences for what you say and your actions.
Golden Knights distance or mishandling our guys. Manhandling, yeah, and they're doing it illegally. That's the thing, and it's not being called. If the Blues score 2 goals in the third to take the lead, the rest will call so many penalties against the Blues. I can see that right now. I really can. I think the best the Blues can hope for is to take this to overtime. I really do, because this is, and I hate blaming the refs, but when it's obvious, right? And this has been obvious through the whole game. It's like with the side hit. The side hit, not getting called. Shoulder to head, that's an automatic misconduct. That doesn't get called.
I know you're going to hate me on this.
Yeah.
But as somebody that was tall,
yeah,
and played goalie when I was tall, and in pickup games sometimes I would play right wing. When you go to hit a guy and you're tall, you're 6'3", 6'4" like me, and another guy's 5'8", 5'10", 5'11", and you go to hit him, you're always going to hit him with your shoulder or your elbow. You'd have to basically squat down not to hit him. But I will say that he did lean into Nicoletti's head a little bit. But a lot of times I give those taller players the benefit of the doubt. But he did lead.
You know what? I gotta.
He did lead with that.
Yeah, he's 6'4". Saad is 6'1". That's not.
That guy, that difference. 3 inches does make a huge difference.
That's you and me. That's you and me, basically.
Yeah, but it still makes a huge difference. When we're standing
next to each other, that's you and me.
Yeah, but Guy, if I went to hit you, I would hit you with my elbow or my shoulder.
Right.
And most likely my shoulder.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I think you're going to hit. Would you hit me on my shoulder, or would you hit me in my head?
I would hit you with my shoulder on your head.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just.
No,
I see
I
what you're saying. I do, but I just think it's kind of close.
Yeah, it was very close. They could have called it, or they couldn't have called it. And like you said,
and they should have absolutely called it. And then Shen shouldn't have got the extra 2 for supporting his guy.
Hey, just be happy he got a 2 and a 5 and not a game misconduct out of it.
Oh, if he got a game misconduct, that place.
Or Guy, I didn't mean game misconduct. I meant they could have called 2 2-minute penalties on him too, and they'd had a 4-minute power play.
I don't know how they call 2 2s.
Well, that even Jamie Rivers on the call on the TV said that he's glad that they called a 2 and a 5 instead of a 2 and a 2.
Yeah. Well, they both got 5s. They both got the fighting.
Yep, they both got 5.
So the fighting doesn't matter as much. So, right. If we can get rebounds, Thompson can't control save. Yeah, we do, and we haven't gotten them on because they clogged the middle. They know that he gives up rebounds, so they clog the middle. And that's, someone said it before, that's our kryptonite. But we got to get it. Got to get pucks on net. We got to score. And you know what? You're behind in shots. You can't be behind in shots in the third when you're behind. You've actually got to go. And you're talking about a team that when they're behind, when they're trailing in the third, they don't win games. Right? Trailing after 2 periods, the Blues are 4-24-0.
Yeah.
And the Knights, when leading, are 27-2-2. So you got to break with convention here and do the things you need to do.
Yeah. The best player on the ice tonight has been Jordan Binnington. Without him, this game isn't even close. It's not even close.
Sorry, guys. My head's still
It's all right.
bouncing around from what happened earlier. I know Shaggy had some trouble with his kid, or his wife needed him, but that's no problem. And again, Shaggy and Wendy and Lance too. Thanks for coming on and supporting me today. You know, when I really needed it, when that shit happens, I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't let it bother me, but you know what? I just don't have alligator skin. I just don't.
Well, sometimes when it happens and happens and happens and keeps happening, that even if you do have alligator skin, it can wear it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
And I think you've had enough people in the last couple years since I've been on your show that
yeah.
have done stuff like that to where I could see where your skin would get a little thin.
Yeah. And you know, my skin was thin to begin with, so
Yeah.
that makes it even worse. But again, I appreciate you guys for coming on.
All right.
Uh, I'm trying to figure something out here real quick. Just give me a moment. Oh man, I'm
I'm
not
wondering
thinking very good.
how many people from the St. Louis area and Metro East are going to be at the Nashville game.
Oh, I'm sure that one would be packed.
Yeah, there's a lot of people I know around here that travel down there every time the Blues
Yeah,
play the
and especially
Predators in
when it's
Nashville.
hard to get tickets.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
At what game?
Predators
Nashville.
against the Blues
On what day?
tomorrow.
No, April 4th.
Not
Oh,
tomorrow.
you mean when the Knights go down there tomorrow?
Yes.
I don't think a lot of Blues fans will go to see that one.
Oh, I would go as a Blues fan.
When we play them on Tuesday, on next Tuesday, the 4th, or Thursday the 4th, that's what I could see. But that's a home game, I think. Right?
I think it is. 'Cause I think 7 of the last Blues 11 games are at home.
Wow. The Hawks are getting down to
You
tomorrow.
see your messenger, Lance. I'll show you what he said.
All right.
One of the last 5 home games
Mm-hmm.
for the Blackhawks.
Hold on a second, guys. I'm trying to read something here about something else. Okay. I think I'm back. Did I get kicked out? It got quiet. Nope. Okay.
No.
You guys still with me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. AC's going to Trashville. I had somebody in Nashville from the car yesterday, so. And they asked me, "Oh, I don't know. We call them trash. Oh, you'd like Nashville?" And I said, "No, I call them Trashville." Right. The Blues have been outshot almost every single game. What's wrong with going down and putting the puck on net instead of trying to set up every? I think what happens with the Blues is a lot of teams clog that middle, and instead of shooting for a block and hoping to get a blocked and hurting somebody, the Blues more they're trying to open a lane and they're not very good at it, and that's the thing. I don't think that they're as good at open lanes as they should be, right?
Well, the thing on this team, and every team knows it, and we've seen it for a couple of years now, is if you can push them out and clog up that middle and make them take long shots and bad passes, you're gonna beat the Blues, and you're gonna cause them to have huge trouble throughout the night.
Yeah, I can see that. Right now, it's desperation. You need to put everything you have on the ice in this third period. You got to come after him. You got to come after him with everything. You pure offense. Pure offense. You got to get pure offense. And Bennington, you got to make every stop, even if it's one you're not supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do that, you got a chance at winning it. I don't say a true sniper, but we need a one-time shot. I think we have snipers. They're just not set up to. Walker's a sniper. Not a great sniper, but he's a sniper. He doesn't get a lot of opportunities. Torpachenko is a sniper. Doesn't get a lot of opportunities. I haven't heard much of Neighbors today. Neighbors has been taken out of this game. So, you have the guys that can score, but they've, give it to Vegas. They're taking the big guys out of the game. Right? I'll be right back. I then use the restroom.
Okay.
Wendy, I got a question for you.
What's up?
Is Connor McDonald ever going to stop wearing that mask, the face covering?
He shouldn't. Keep it.
I don't like that when a player does that, wears it, and everybody else doesn't wear it because it makes them look like they're afraid to get hurt. Not that I want anybody to get hurt. Don't get me wrong, but I will tell you this for a fact: when other players on other teams see that, it makes him even more of a target.
Here's the thing: the doctors, or he won't take it off for the rest of the year for sure, because there's been. They even said at the beginning when he came back that I expect Bedard to just wear the fishbowl for the rest of the season, just because of to protect the jaw. Still, he's still only 18. He's used to wearing the fishbowl already, so it really doesn't bother him. He wore it when he was
he wore it in juniors. Yeah, he wore it in juniors.
So he's used to it at this point. He's worn it for pretty much his entire life, other than coming into the NHL when he switched to the visor.
Yeah, I was just wondering if it was something more than just his injury that he had.
Nope, it's mainly just because the Blackhawks have basically stated that he's going to wear it for the rest of the year, and we'll see what happens next year. If he wants to keep it, he keeps it. That's how it's going to be.
The visor?
Yeah, the fishbowl.
Yeah. I think for him, because of his side, I would keep it.
I'm fine with him keeping it. I have no problem with a player wearing the fishbowl. I actually wear the fishbowl myself, even though I'm not comparing myself to him. I wear it because I don't trust people in my beer league with their dicks.
By the way, Wendy just compared himself to Connor Bedard.
Connor Bedard. We got old Nick. We got Nick Bedard here.
Yep, Nick Bedard.
I mean, I've been wearing the fishbowl for a while.
Connor Hockey.
Yeah.
I switched from the cage to the fishbowl because I want a better vision.
Yeah, the cage sucks.
I hate the cage.
Yeah, I don't know how anybody. I mean, I see some of these college players wearing them, and I'm like, come on, guys, you can't see very well. I don't know. I mean, you can see somewhat.
I think in the NCAA there is a rule they have to wear the cage and not the fishbowl.
I thought is that in all divisions? Because I watched a college hockey game one night, and there was a couple of players, and I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was Division 2 or 3, but a couple of the guys were wearing the fishbowl. I remember.
I know for sure in D1 you cannot wear the fishbowl.
Mm-hmm.
You have to wear the cage in D1.
Yeah, I think it must have been a D2 game I watched.
You had to be 18. I thought you had to wear the cage till you were 18.
No, in college you have to wear the cage.
Yep.
For the
all 4 years.
Or is it 21? Or is it 21?
No.
Nope. Full college career, you have to wear the cage.
As long as you're in college, in D1, you got to wear that cage.
Okay.
The cage.
Wouldn't the visor be safer than the cage?
I don't know, but it's like Nick said. I do know it gives you a lot better vision.
Well, not only that, think about this. You got to think. You got to think of the thing that would never happen if it happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
If a puck hit that cage and shattered, what would be the damage of it going into the cage? If a puck hit the fishbowl, the plastic, and it shattered.
I mean, I've had a couple pucks hit my fishbowl and nothing from it really happened.
Yeah, they're pretty strong.
Teammates of mine who have the cage on, and a puck hit them in the cage, and it breaks the welding points of the cage, and I'm like, that's not the best.
Well, again, I'm not saying it would happen. That the thing you have to think about the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
What is the worst case? What is the worst thing that could happen?
I would say the cage breaking.
Say again.
I would say the cage breaking if a piece of the wire breaks enough, it could go into your eye.
Yep,
Yeah.
it could.
Or same thing, the puck shattering. The puck could shatter. It's a piece of rubber. Rubber could shatter. Right?
I've never had a puck shatter.
I've never had a puck shatter.
Never.
The only time
I
I've
have
seen
pucks
a puck
that have
shatter
pieces,
was in
pieces
a
off them.
skills
I have pucks that
competition.
have pieces off them. Pieces get nicked off them all the time.
Yeah, it's and then they take those out of play. I mean,
But you could have one that hits the mask and has a piece come off of it.
I've never seen a player injured that way with the rubber from the puck. I'm not
saying that it has happened, saying that it could happen. The one thing that you have to remember with probability is there is no such thing as a zero probability. None. There's always a probability. So you have to, the worst case, you have to expect that at some point it's going to happen.
The Blues have come out on defense there. Have you noticed the Blues a lot this year? The Blues defense, whether it's under Berube or under Bannister, and it's not our weakest point, regardless of what people say.
Yeah, I know.
They've given up a lot of 2-on-3s and 3-on-1s, and they've given a lot of those up this year.
Well, actually, see, to me, that's the offense that gives those up, not the defense. When you have the puck on your stick, you're actually not defending. You're offending.
Yeah, but
when you don't have the puck, you're defending.
It
doesn't matter what zone it is, because when you have the puck, you're the one forcing the play. Just like with basketball. When you have the ball, you're on offense.
Yeah, but Guy, here's the thing: those two defensemen back there on the point on the blue line.
Yeah.
Their job is, yes, to stay in there offensively when they should, but their job is also to watch those guys and keep them from sneaking out of the over the blue line to get that 2-line pass.
Oh, wow. Good. Oh, good save, Bennington. Really good save.
What time are you at?
I don't know. I'm in a replay right now, so not showing. So I'm at 1854. They just dropped the puck.
I'm at 1840.
Okay, you're a little ahead of me now. Oh, I know why too. Last. There we go. So. What's going on? I might have missed something. Now I'm at 1830.
Yep.
And they're just now dropping the puck. So am I caught up now, or was I behind?
You're caught up.
Okay. Yeah. I was behind. Yeah, I was on the center ice. That's just 2 minutes behind. Forgot to shift it. Hawks making the playoffs this year is 0 probability. Well, it is now, but it wasn't at the beginning of the year.
It was pretty close.
It was.
Yeah, but it wasn't immediately 0.
Yeah, Guy, it was 0.
Things could have changed their way.
It was 0.
A lot of things could have happened.
They don't have a talented enough roster this year to compete for the playoffs.
If we didn't get injured, I even said the Blackhawks would be still bottom 5 in the NHL. But we got so injured, we ended up competing for bottom spot in the NHL.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're what, 3rd, right?
No, 2nd worst. I mean, if we get Mr. Macklin Celebrini, I would not be angry.
Well, I'm going to tell you this, Nick.
You won't be, but a lot of the rest of the NHL.
If you guys get another number 1 pick, there's going to be a lot of pissed off people.
Oh, I know. I already expected. There was already
a
bunch of pissed off fans last year when we won Connor Bedard.
Doesn't matter now, but that play, if they'd have scored there, it wouldn't have mattered. That play was offsides. I saw it.
I'm just saying this. If the Hawks end up getting the 1st overall pick again, and since Macklin Celebrini looks like he's going to be the pick to be 1st overall, that is when the Hawks try to say, screw it, we'll start getting some players on this team to actually make it a competitive roster again.
Oh, good little handoff there. And Saad just mishandled it again.
Because the Hawks...
You're losing. You need to be ahead in shots, and right now you're not. Well, you're tied.
You guys are...
Play.
No, Vegas has 26 shots. Where's
Yeah,
it
you guys are
17?
I'm
down
talking
by
for the
10
period.
shots.
For the period. For the
Oh.
period. It's 1-1. Oh, what a save there.
I just hope the Hawks
Wow.
actually have a more competitive roster next year, which likely it would be a more competitive roster.
They're going to have to make a lot of changes to do that.
They're going to have to get a new backup goalie. They're going to keep
Mhm.
Peter Mrazek, who's really been solid this year for the fact the team up front of him, not so much.
hmm
I trust Mrazek enough to be our 1A for the time being until Drew Comesso is ready for the NHL. It won't be next year, it'll be the year following. But they need to find a backup goalie that's not Arvid Soderblom.
Well, there's always PK Subban.
Malcolm
Yeah, he's
Subban?
available.
Not
He's
PK
available.
Malcolm.
Yeah,
Where'd he
we
go?
aren't
Blue
going to
Jackets,
go
right?
back that way.
Did he go to Columbus? We traded him to somebody.
I think you traded him for a bag of pucks.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
I think
no,
it was.
less. We traded him for less. Future
Futures.
considerations. Right?
Every time I hear somebody say bag of pucks, I think of Guy's Scandella rant. Every time somebody says that.
Yeah.
Thompson's having a game tonight.
A goalie I wouldn't mind seeing the Hawks maybe target in the offseason.
hmm
Casey DeSmith to be back up in Chicago would not be a bad idea. Have DeSmith and Mrazek wouldn't be a bad tandem, I think.
Yeah, Casey's not a
Got
bad
a cycle
goalie.
going on here, boys.
He just needs to go from just
Keep
plain
that
white
cycle going.
pads.
Oh,
and
keep
get
the
Yeah.
cycle going.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. How does he make that save? The puck, the puck was open and the refs call. Oh, man. Screwed again.
I could even see the Hawks targeting players like Teuvo Teravainen and Jake Gensel off the free agent market. Just
I like
because
Teravainen. I've always liked Teravainen.
I was so mad when they traded him. The main reason they had to trade him was because they were trying to offload the Brian Bickle contract.
Yep.
Oh, that almost. Oh, wow. They might look at that. That may have gone in.
No, it didn't.
I don't know. It looked like the way it hit that post, it might have gone in.
Yeah, I think for the. I don't mean to change the subject from the Blues, but I think if the Blackhawks want to be competitive, they're going to have to probably really turn that roster around and get 5, 6 new guys or something. You know, they've got a lot of young talent, but some of those guys it's a couple of the guys there I think should still be in the AHL, but they've been kind of forced to play them.
Kevin
Until they get-
Korchinski should be in the AHL
Yep, he's one
instead
of
of the
them.
NHL, but
Yep.
he's too young to be in the AHL. And he can't, if he got sent down, it would be in the juniors in
Yep.
Seattle, and he's pretty much graduated playing junior hockey.
Oh yeah, he's done with junior.
That's why they really decided just keep Korchinski up,
Oh,
even
another
though they
big
paired him
save.
with the worst deep
Oh,
pairing
wow.
to
Yeah.
do.
Shen got hit with
Yep.
a puck.
I'm so glad Jared
Or no,
Tenorti's
Shen got
not going to be a
cross-checked.
Blackhawk next year. The guy sucks.
Oh, he's upset. Shen's upset.
I absolutely hate Jared Tenorti.
Oh, he's a game changer, Nick.
Oh, definitely
Hold on.
a game changer.
Oh, wow.
Every-
Shen got
Hey,
absolutely high
yeah, he's a
stick.
game changer, but not in a good way.
And the ref seen it and didn't call it. You see this? Shen gets high stick right in front of the net.
Right in front of the net.
And the
Yeah.
ref's looking at it, and doesn't call it.
Jared Tenorti and Jacob
Manta,
Negna both
absolutely
need to
high
go,
stick
and they
Shen and
will.
doesn't call it.
Yep.
This year, free agent market for defense is not the
Wow,
greatest.
this is
though.
No, it's not.
Officiating this game is bad. The officiating this game is absolutely horrendous. Hey, I know you didn't see the penalty as bad as other people on the show have seen it. Lance, do you think that McNabb gets a hearing or a fine for that hit?
It's possible.
Actually, that was not a high stick. The stick didn't make contact with the face.
What did?
No, it didn't. Shin put his head back to make it look like it hit. It did
Oh
not.
no, he
hit
showed
his
he
face.
showed the mark on his visor. It hit him. I saw. You're seeing it late. It hit him in the face. I saw it. And he was showing the mark on his visor to the referee.
It's hard to tell, but you can see that mark on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it is hard to tell.
He was showing that there was a mark on his visor.
Yeah, that's what he was doing.
Shots this period are 5-3 in favor of the Blues. That's part of what you needed to do. Now you need to get one in the back of the net. Oh, that was a bad play there.
So glad the Hawks don't have to play.
Oh, there we go. There
You know what though? The thing is, guy, if they do take it to overtime, you better hope they win because 1 point doesn't do them any good.
Yeah. Oh, I know that. They need the two. No matter what. Well, even taking it overtime, you hurt yourself because you give them you give them that point that you can't give them. Overtime is a win for them.
Do the old pull the goalie in overtime if they force it.
I can't believe that he did that.
Worked.
And I can't believe it worked.
It's a ballsy play. The last team to actually do it was the LA Kings versus Vancouver Canucks in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And the Kings gave up the empty net goal and losing the extra point.
And got no points. No, they got 0 points.
It's a ballsy play, but if it works, it works.
All right. Blues are buzzing right now. Yeah, no, if you pull the goalie and they score, you get 0 points. It counts as a full loss. It does not count as an overtime loss. It counts as an L.
I know.
Okay, the way you had said it, that they'd given up.
No, I said it's a ballsy play, but if it works, it works. If it doesn't, you screwed yourself.
Yeah. I think there's one other way to get 0 points too, other than losing the game. There's another way you get 0 points. I forget what it is. I think at the game. No, I guess you would then. I remember reading there's one other way to get 0 points.
Yeah, this is a must-win game.
I know there's one way you can score a goal without ever taking a shot.
Yeah, the goalie goal that goes off his pad.
No, well, that's considered a shot, but there's a way you can get a goal because that happened for the Blues not too long ago, or a couple of years ago, without ever taking a shot. Anybody know? Come on, someone's got to know.
Oh, guy's gone again.
Yep.
I'm
back.
He's back.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, I bounced out. So have you figured it out? How you can get a goal without ever taking a shot?
A defenseman puts it in the net.
Nope.
I mean, that's how it is. That's an own goal.
That counts as a shot. It still counts as a shot and goes to the last person that touched it. There's a way you can get a goal without ever taking a shot. And it counts for you, but you will never take a shot. It will never count as a shot.
On a breakaway, empty net, and you get tripped, and they count the goal.
Yep, a penalty, because it happened with the Blues. I think it was Steen. Steen got a goal without us ever getting a shot. I remember that. Remember I'm talking about that. If on a breakaway with the goalie pulled and a penalty is created and you don't score, you get the goal without a shot. No shot. It's an automatic goal. It's there's like 5 or 6 things where it's an automatic goal. That's one of them.
That happened in my beer league game a couple weeks ago, actually. while my teammates were on a breakaway for an empty net goal, they got tripped, and the goal counts.
Can you think of another incident that is an automatic goal? And this, you would get the goal without a shot here too. This is another incident. And it's very specific. This thing is very specific. And it happens, but it almost never gets called.
Yeah, I have no clue where
I
you're
can't
going
think
at
either.
with it.
Yeah, I can't
Lance
think
is a
either.
goalie. I would think you would know this.
Well, I do know that there was a couple times where somebody took a puck and shot it against the glass, and I wasn't paying attention, and it went back off the glass and rolled in behind me without touching
that would
me.
count as a shot. That would actually count as a shot. This is an automatic goal. The puck doesn't go in the net, but it counts as a goal. Not even a penalty. You don't even get a penalty shot in this case. It counts as a goal.
If the goalie pushes the goal off and then somebody shoots it?
Nope. That's a penalty. All right. You're not thinking abstract. You have to think abstract on this one. Scores on their own team. No, it counts as a shot for the other team. The other team gets a shot on goal for it, and it goes to the last player that touched it. Right? So, I'll tell you this. This is an automatic goal. If a player puts his hand completely over the puck in the crease, in the blue paint, that counts as an automatic goal.
That's a penalty now.
No, it's an in the crease, in the blue paint. That's an automatic goal.
No, it's not.
That happened this
I'm
year.
pretty sure, because I remember him talking about it before.
No, it's not.
Could be wrong.
If
but
if
in
you
the crease, I know
that's a
on the
penalty.
rest of the ice. On the rest of the ice it is. But if it happens in the crease,
No,
in the blue paint,
no, it's not.
right?
It's a penalty. It happened to the Blackhawks.
You can't hit. You can't. Yeah, that's not a goal.
I'm almost sure of it. I could be wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm trying to find my search thing here. Here we go.
So let me get this straight. I just want to make sure I'm understanding what you're trying to say. You're trying to say if a guy's in the crease and he hits the puck in with his hand, it's a goal.
No.
Then what are you trying to say?
If my player, a defending player, puck is laying in the crease, goalie, by itself in the crease, and the defending player puts his hand over the puck to get a penalty, they count that as a goal to prevent that from being a penalty and not a player doing it just to take the penalty.
Never seen it. Nope, never seen it happen.
All right. Handling puck. This rule outlines infraction result when a player or goaltender illegally uses his hand on a puck. Refer to Rule 79. Hand pass for all reference related to passing. Okay, minor penalty. Minor penalty goal. Penalty. Awarded goal. When a goalkeeper, prior to proceeding to his player's bench to be replaced by an extra attacker, intentionally leaves his stick or other piece of equipment, piles snow or other obstacles near the net that, in the opinion of the referee, would tend to prevent the puck from entering the net, a goal shall be awarded. In order to award a goal in this, the goalkeeper must have been replaced for an extra attacker, otherwise a minor penalty. If a player, when the goalkeeper has been replaced for an extra, falls on the puck, holds the puck, picks up the puck, or gathers the puck into his body or hands from the ice in the goal crease area, the player shall be stopped and play shall be stopped immediately and a goal awarded to the non-offending team.
Never ever seen it happen.
Right?
Never
So
happened to
the
me.
caveat there is the extra attacker has to be on.
Yeah, it's
Right?
that's. I'm sorry there. Just saw the save.
Sorry, just where we at here? 8:37 to go. Shots 30-24 for Vegas. Vegas still leading 1-0. Blues need a goal. Absolutely, positively need a goal. Kings and Canucks are tied at 1 with 6:14 to go in the second. Shots are 8-5 in favor of the Blues this period. That's what they need to do. You got to lead in shots this period, and you got to keep putting pucks towards the net. Agree? Disagree? Who
No,
knows?
they got to do that.
He's leaving rebounds. We just can't get anybody there to get it.
You guys don't give enough net front presence.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at it. The Blues are trying to move the puck around, and there's 3 people from the Knights right in front of the net within 10, 15 feet of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no Blues, or there's 1 Blue against 3 guys. You can't get a net front presence that way. It's just not going to happen.
I'm just wondering if I just realized there could be a shot the Hawks name a captain this off season, and if they do, I'm now wondering, is it going to be the youngest captain in NHL history, or give it to Nick Foligno?
You'd have to give it. There's no way in hell I would give Connor Bedard to the captain's role. Not yet. I think that's too much responsibility, no matter how good of a player he is. And I mean, you need a guy that's got a veteran presence.
I agree. I'm okay with Foligno being named captain.
Yeah,
but
yeah, nothing wrong.
I
with that.
have a suspicion they could name it, give it to Bedard, just because they did do the youngest captain in NHL history before.
Yep. You're talking about Tays, right?
Yep.
Yep. But he wasn't as young, was he?
No, he was 19 when they named him captain.
Yeah.
Bedard will still be 18 if they named him captain in the offseason.
Yeah, that's true. So, if they're down 1-0, guys, when does Bannister pull the goalie? And is he smart and wait till the team gets the puck into the offensive zone, or does he pull the goalie?
He's done that in the past, and Bennington just made a hell of a stop on a breakaway.
Yeah, he did. I bet you if they're down 1-0, Bannister will pull the goalie with a little under 4 minutes left. It's like 3:40, 3:30.
Okay, what kind of coach are you guys wanting to see come into St. Louis this offseason?
Someone who coaches offense and a young player.
Yeah, I want a coach that's good with young players, and I want a coach from outside of the organization. I don't want any of their assistant coaches hired. It's got to be somebody from outside the organization to change the total trajectory of this team, because they've had this very similar coaches in Hitchcock, Yo, and Berube. Very similar coaches. It's time to change something up a little bit.
Now, do you see a potential of the GM change?
I think with as close to Stillman as Armstrong is, I think Armstrong is basically going to be here unless he doesn't want to be here, or unless the Blues really all of a sudden just start falling apart.
Depends on how close they get to the playoffs. I think it depends on how close to the playoffs. I do. I think it depends on how close to the playoffs.
Well, before this season, Armstrong told Stillman in a meeting he thought the Blues were 2 to 3 years away, or 2 years away from competing for seriously competing for a true playoff spot, not a wild card,
Yeah.
a true playoff spot. and a year later for the Stanley Cup. So I don't think
Bad move.
and I don't know of any
Good
other
save.
GM. I don't know either any other GM and I would want here. Not right now. I mean, I'm sure a lot of fans would like to see Mr. Cirelli in there.
I would love to see Peter Chiarelli do it just because he will ruin your franchise.
I'm going to tell you something right now, Nick. If they made him GM, since he's an assistant now here, assistant GM, if they made him GM, I might stop watching the Blues because the guy is the worst general manager of all time. He got lucky in Boston, very lucky in Boston, and then he went to Edmonton and just really screwed everything up.
Oh yeah, I would just laugh with what Chiarelli would do just because being a Hawks fan.
He would
know.
Hey, you know what he'd do? He would trade Thomas for Eberle.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least you're not Drury, who goes ahead and teases you with every big name guy at the trade deadline, and then goes ahead and makes a move for two guys who are third liners to go ahead and stick on your first line and third line. I mean,
that's great.
It's working, but again, when you walk out of that line, you go, nice players, but you were in on Gensel, you were in on this guy, you were in on that guy.
Yep.
Man, I'm telling you, for certain teams, like I felt like for a guy, like trade deadline was like, okay, will the Blues make something? I don't think so. Are they connected to some names? Yes, but nothing crazy. But they're always a type of team where like you're not going to see their name with someone and then have actually been with a real chance of being able to get them. If
it's Shaggy. It's like Chychrun. The last 3 years, every Blues fan, because the media said it, the Blues are all in on Jacob Chychrun. The Blues are all in. They're going to get, and I kept telling people, no, they are not getting Jacob Chychrun. They are not getting him. And it's happened a couple times here in St. Louis where people have done that. Oh, the Blues are interested in this guy. Oh, Toronto's going to get Parayko at the trade deadline. The Blues had no intent on trading Parayko to Toronto.
The thing is, the reason why Chychrun's, first of all, is always seen as a guy who's going to get traded. Yeah, he's just going to be that. He's going to be that guy for the rest of his career.
Yeah,
because I feel like he's a guy who's going to produce but not produce, but going to produce but not produce. You know what I mean?
He gets injured too much.
Another air pass, man. It's just this is not the time to do that stuff.
Ryan Miller, that guy.
The grass man, Brandon Saad.
Oh, they needed that. Oh, they needed that.
Is that three games in a row for Saad?
No, I don't think he scored last game. Did he?
Oh, yeah, your savior, Marty Brodeur.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Martin Brodeur, yeah.
Marty Brodeur.
Ryan Miller is the one guy that I will that is the one trade that Armstrong made that I will never, ever, 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 ever understand. Why you would trade for a guy that told you he didn't want to come to your team. That doesn't make any sense to me.
That Ryan Miller trade?
Yeah. All right. Everyone's thinking Ryan Miller's going to elevate us, and then he didn't show up at all.
I remember where Ryan Miller almost became a Blackhawk.
You're right. It is 3 games in a row for him. Shaggy, I forgot he scored the game winner in the last
game.
No,
I the only reason why I know that actually is because fantasy-wise, I was doing research, and then I looked at Brandon Saad. I'm like, hasn't he been hot lately?
Saad has gotten. Oh, everybody thought Bushnavid just scored there. Everybody's was. I looked like he might have scored, but he just missed. Wow,
that was an excellent play. Great backhand pass, and Saad with Theodore on him.
Yeah. Brandon Saad, and I know Nick will agree with me. He's one of those guys that teases you every 6, 7, 8 games for a couple games in a row. He looks like a world beater. And then for the rest of the season, you ask yourself, was Brandon Saad even on the ice? And I know Nick has dealt with that too.
He's come up of late, and his numbers, he's over 20 goals this season.
but you know
that
what
was
he
his
is?
23rd of the season.
You know what I compare him to the last 3 years he was here? Patrick Berglund, the last 3 years he was here, had 4 or 5 goals until February, and then he just started turning on and scoring almost every other game, a couple points every other game. Brandon Saad is not a consistent player.
Oh, clear
I
that fuck. There
told
we
you
go.
that guy when you guys signed him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I knew it.
You
I knew
said
it.
he'd have one good year and then bad years after that. He's come through better this
He
year.
plays well. He puts up his 20 goals.
Yeah.
And then for the most of the season, he usually is like, where the hell is he on ice?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I know how Brandon Saad is. Like he was on the Hawks long enough to give an idea what he did.
Yeah.
And he did the same. He did the same thing in Colorado. First year he was there was really, really good, and then
he was only there for the 1 year.
Yeah. Oh, I thought he was there too.
No, 1 year. He was 1 year, and we traded for
That's
him
right.
or signed him.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
I think
You
he
guys
was
signed
traded
him in free agency.
Yeah.
he was traded from Chicago to Colorado, spent the year there, and then went free agent and came to us.
That's right.
We knew we weren't going to keep Saad, so we traded him the off season after the bubble playoffs, during the bubble playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, Saad's not going to re-sign here because the team is he won't fit he doesn't fit what we need. At the time, I was Stan Bonehead as the GM, so he was like, "Oh, we're going to rebuild." No, wait, we're still going to contend. I still can't believe that fucking idiot.
You know what?
You haven't made the playoffs, not counting the bubble, because really you shouldn't have been in the playoffs. You haven't made a playoff since what, 16, right?
17.
Yeah.
16, 17, right? I think that was the last time.
Yeah.
You know,
because Stan Bonehead's an idiot.
No.
It's
16, 17.
It's amazing how much
we beat you that season. No, you got beat by the Preds. You got swept by the Preds.
We won the Western Conference in the regular season.
You got swept by the Preds.
And got swept in the first round because the Hawks just could not score a goal.
Stan Bowman is a great example of when the apple fell far from the tree.
Clearly. Bowman takes all the credit for all three.
Oh, sure he does.
Cups.
Yeah, sure he
the
does.
True GM that built the core roster of Taze, Kane, Keith, Seabrook, Sharp, and Hossa, and Jarmerson, all those players that won all 3 Stanley Cups, those were all players under the Dale Talon regime. All those players that won the Stanley Cup the 3 times. Taze, Kane, Sharp, Keith, Seabrook, Jarmerson, and Hossa. All under the Dale Talon regime. And then you have Stan Bowman thinking he built the entire Stanley Cup roster.
Yeah.
God, I hate that guy.
Have you guys noticed how much better the Blues are at blocking shots since Bannister took over?
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot better.
Yeah. So according to the NHL, in that bubble season, if you won your play-in, you made the playoffs.
Yeah, we made the playoffs.
Right? But to say that they were a playoff team, in my eyes, is a huge stretch.
We were the 24th team to make the playoffs.
Yep.
Yes, I admit. Yeah,
if
we
they'd have picked,
couldn't have been there.
The number 22 or 23, you don't make the playoffs, you know?
Yeah.
Quote unquote, you don't get a chance to make the playoffs. So
Shaggy's team benefited from it.
Oh,
yeah. Hugely. Right? Capo benefited, right? Was that the Kako draft or the Lafreniere draft?
That was Lafreniere draft.
Lafreniere draft, yeah. That's the one, I question that one, because that's the one they did live, right? They did that whole draft live.
No, not really.
Yeah.
No, it was. They did it live. They showed the draft. They showed
the ping pong balls live for the final part of the draft lottery when after the bubble teams were all eliminated.
They did it before that too. They did it. I'm telling Wendy. I'm sorry. I'm going to argue. They did the initial draft. That's how we knew about the bubble, because they did that whole initial draft live. That's the only time they've ever done the actual drawing. They did the drawing live. It's the only time they've done it. They drew the first three. The number one was Team E, if I remember correctly, either Team E or Team H. And that meant it would be one of the losing teams that got it. And then when they went and did the Ranger one, they dropped the Ranger ball and then put it back in. And I've always questioned that dropping of the ball put a dent or something and it made it just enough lighter that's why it got pulled up.
You know what? It's all my fault. I did it. Okay.
Right. So that, and I know I'm right on this. I know I'm 100% sure I am right on this because I remember watching it. I remember watching both of them.
They showed the cards in the draft lottery, and then they determined they had to go to another draft lottery. That's how it went.
I'm telling you, they showed it live. They did not show the cards. They pulled the number. They pulled all the numbers live. I remember watching them. Put the 1 through 14 in there, drop them, pick the first one, call it off as Team H or Team E or Team H, if I remember correctly. And then reset, pulled all the balls out, reset them 1 through 14, or reloaded them 114, dropped them again, and pulled the other two teams. I'm like 99.9999999% sure that's how they did it, and that it was done live.
I mean, I
bet you if you look on YouTube for NHL live draft lottery, you will find that.
I was watching the draft lottery because it was right ahead of the Blackhawks Oilers game 1, if I remember correctly.
Who we got as our overtime winner?
I'm hoping it doesn't go to overtime.
I'm hoping for chaos. Pull a goalie in overtime.
Right.
Now the Blues are 6-2 in the overtime. Looks like.
No, they're going to over. The guy, what are you up to?
I'm at. I am an overtime. Okay, I wasn't even paying attention.
Yeah,
but here I found it. It was the 2020 draft. The 2020 draft, and I'm looking at it, watching them show the draft, and then pulling it. Right? Look up the 2020 draft. You will see them pull it. So what happened here? What did I miss here?
Nothing.
Oh, did he get a penalty? Or a penalty shot? That should be a penalty. No. Oh, penalty shot. Penalty shot. Is this game? I mean, I hate that we gave him a point. We didn't need to.
Yeah, it's a penalty shot, and they're gonna.
Yeah.
That's rare.
Go overtime penalty shot. Is this the game winner?
Overtime.
Rare for overtime.
Does that count as a goal on his books? Yeah,
yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, good save. Solid save.
I
Yes,
would
it would have
love,
counted as a goal.
I would absolutely love if after your shot, the guy who shoots has to take the puck back to his side of the ice, and all the players come back on and they continue play.
A full line brawl.
I'd like to see that too. Everybody at the red line, and after the shot, they can enter the play.
Yeah,
like they do in soccer. Soccer.
Yeah, like in soccer. I think that would just be cool. I can't say it's like a fun move. It's just cool.
It'd be hard to do, but I'd like to see it. See, what I think is when you miss the penalty shot, you should get a 1-minute penalty on top of it. We're done. That's it. Marshall Shaw does it. Overtime game winner. Got behind everybody, got on the side, and just fired one past Bennington. got the point, but
Marchessault's had a
now you're
really
5
good
points
season
back.
this year.
Now you're 5 points back of them.
Marchessault is a player I would not mind the Blackhawks targeting in free agency this year.
He's on my fantasy team. he's done me good this year. He's got like 3 hat tricks, I think.
He's had a career.
Man, that was a good
season.
save. That was a great save on Bushnevich. All right.
I would say that's pretty much kissing your guys' playoff hopes alive.
Yeah, I
A
think
little bit. It doesn't completely kill him, but
they're done.
It doesn't help them.
They're done.
It's going to be hard. They're going to have to go. They have to go on a 3-4 game winning streak to even have a chance.
Yeah. Right.
I just don't know
guys,
if that's possible.
I'm talked out. I'm emotionally drained right now from what happened earlier. I'm sorry. I need to call it a
That's
show.
all right.
I am. And he went and posted something else. Called me out again,
Guy,
saying negative stuff about me.
don't even read them. Don't even read them.
I already have. So
yeah, don't.
I was going to respond, but I decided not to. I reported it. That's
Guy, I know you don't like blocking people, but that person deserves to be blocked.
He's getting there. He's getting there.
Oh, he's past that, in my opinion.
You're worried about someone else's you're worried about someone else's mental health, but at this point, it's your mental health.
That's right.
Yeah, I agree, guys. Thank you. I'll think about it. Guys, have a great one. Enjoy it. See you on Thursday.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Yep.